you haven't earned it actually, because I'm not gonna lie, you lost your job, but I'm happy you're back. There we go. There we go.
That was a good one.
Welcome everybody to episode 14, right?
14.
Technically, this is like 14B. This is 14, just episode 14. It's gonna be documented as episode 14. We lost an episode because we recorded. It was fire, trust me. But
I'm too sick about
the world went to hell literally as soon as we were done. Fam, we couldn't even eat after. And I'm not gonna lie. The funny thing was so we recorded on what was that, Friday night?
Friday
and
night.
then Drake drops Family Matters. Kendrick drops.
We recorded the newest thing was 6:16.
Yeah, and that was new. That was like 8 hours old.
Yeah.
And it just got immediately passed. Joe Budden actually canceled his pod. He was like, fuck it, bro. I'm not podding until I know these motherfuckers are done. Because it was just like, he was supposed to pod on like Friday or whatever, and he was just like, nah, I'm going to just let this shit rock all weekend. I'll catch you Tuesday. He canceled the whole ass episode.
I mean.
But we had a fire episode. We had a fire episode in the vault, but we had to just do our episode a little later because Kendrick and Drake just are inconsiderate.
It's so funny too, because if you look at like the end of the pod, you was literally like me and you, we was talking to each other, and you was like having me look at the screen, and Academics had tweeted it's happening, so like we knew that shit was about to come.
While we were recording, because I got Twitter open, and I pointed out to Gerard that
Academics, he tweeted it was like it's happening. I'm like, oh yeah, Drake about to drop. Like,
for real.
As soon as we get off this bitch, like Drake about to drop.
Yeah, that shit was incredible. But anyways, let me introduce the pod. I'm with my guys. The full crew is in effect.
5 out of 5.
Yeah, I got my boy Chris. Got my boy Amer. I got these two competing for that last and final spot. No, actually, if you want to help out the podcast, like, comment, share, subscribe, help build the podcast so we can budget a 5th mic in here. That's actually what we're trying to do. That's actually what we're trying to do. Like, I don't want to fire one of these two.
We gotta get a new interface. We gotta do a couple things.
These are my guys. Like, I don't want to have to pick between one of them.
Hey,
but
listen, that's just crazy. We his guys. He ain't even introduced. Like, listen, I'm Birdie.
Yeah.
And we got my boy Adi on the pod.
Yeah.
That's what it is. We team cave gang.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is these two are really developing a friendship off mic. Like,
Honestly.
Off mic, like these two were fucking going crazy to some Yeet. Me and Chris and Amer,
Yeet is the GOAT, bro.
Yeah, bro, we're just chilling here.
Yeah, he's been awfully quiet through this whole thing.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, we count on Yeet for some commentary.
Yeet's about to put them both to sleep, though.
Yeah,
Yeet gonna be on the next Drake disc.
Yeah, bro. Yeet is saying Yeet.
I kind of the money for fun.
There's certain rappers like you don't want to. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Before we get to this, just a side question that comes into this because that made me think of something. Like, they're different level rappers, right? But like, where do you want to see Future in all of this? Because the Yeet thing made me think of like, who the fuck wants to hear a Yeet diss? Like, I fuck with Yeet, but like, I'm not trying to hear a Yeet battle.
The only thing, like Future,
But the Future, and it's weird on both sides, right? Because Drake ain't taking shots at Future, and Future.
No, he literally said, he was upset about the fact that
Metro corrupted him. Yeah,
right.
Like it was some bullshit.
I don't care where Future goes. He's just an artist that like, wherever he goes, I don't really care.
Yeah, like I said,
you can't hate Future.
My point is no, and nobody.
I don't even care where he goes, bro. Team Drake, Team Kendrick, wherever you want, bro. You good as fuck.
At the same time, though, what my point is, I feel like there's just certain rappers we want to see in a battle, and then there's certain we don't, and that's not a disrespect. It's just stylistic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of do want to see what Future can do because like I don't think we ever gonna see Future beef with somebody and there become a war between them like diss track for diss track. I don't think that's about to happen.
That's a good point because you've never really seen that with Future over.
Yeah,
all
no, that's
these
not about to
years.
happen.
Maybe like subliminals, but
I know he can rap too. That's what's crazy. So like for me, it's like if you were to pick a Future opponent, it kind of would be somebody like Drake, right? It would be somebody that's like a pop-ish rapper. Like, cause you wouldn't want him going toe to toe with like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense age range, but like a stylist like a 2 Chainz, like you. Man, that makes a little more sense.
It make a little more sense,
JID,
but I feel like
that makes
Future
no
could
sense.
just talk crazy to 2 Chainz. I'm not gonna lie, 2 Chainz probably can out rap him, but I think
You want Future with a pop rapper.
Huh?
You want Future with a pop rapper.
I'm not
if he's
saying I
beefing.
want him with a pop rapper right now. I'm saying if it's 2 Chainz versus Future, I think this is gonna be easily be Future because they both
Well,
talk.
Future's better, yeah.
They both talk the money talk, so you know Future just gonna outlap him in that numbers
But I'm
and
saying,
all
like,
that.
what would be
A good
We're
matchup?
way off track here, but
Yeah.
a good matchup for Future.
I can't
Would it be
even-
somebody like Young Thug, where it's like okay, you're going in for like the hits?
If he
melodies.
did go against Young Thug, that would be
good.
crazy.
That would
That
be a
actually
good
might be the best match you
that
can get.
also would
100%.
burn down Atlanta. So I'm not trying to.
Yeah, no, for sure,
I'm
for sure. Yeah,
not
no.
trying to do that, but
Future versus Young Thug would be crazy. Future versus like a little baby would be crazy.
Future versus Travis.
Yeah, see, but like a
I
little
definitely don't wanna hear no
baby
Future
Future.
versus Travis.
Well,
but yeah,
is
Future's
blowing-
got
Travis's
the
ass.
Future's got the years on him. You know what I mean?
I don't think Travis is ass.
You said
Travis
Fu-
is
You said
doodle.
Travis is ass.
Travis is doodle. I honestly think Travis.
Damn.
I
Damn,
think
you're sitting in the pro Travis corner, right?
that's
Yeah,
fine.
literally.
That's fine. You see me, I got the blanket on. I'm comfortable.
I'm cozy.
I'm comfortable.
Hey, you've been waiting. You've been waiting to get that
I'm
shit off.
comfortable.
You've been waiting to get that
But
shit
but
off.
I don't know, like Travis, like he be just doing too much, and I hate every time he come on the song turn to what
Something
he think it
different.
should sound like.
Something
That
different.
shit always ass every single
Travis
time.
that's a good point.
Travis-
Travis always has a beat switch. Every
Bro,
time he
that
comes in-
shit be doo-doo.
Because Travis,
Especially with Drake.
no, Travis,
should be wearing
Travis
out.
wants to be like Ye. Travis wants to be
I think
exactly like Ye.
I
Sure.
think Yeet is everything Travis wants to be.
If you listen
When it
to
That's how I
comes
take
when
it.
it comes to the lyrics, when it comes to
I
the
agree with
background
that.
and
He's really
ad libs,
yeah.
he execute those way better than Travis ever do. And I'm talking about a nigga who done listen to every Yeet album and every Travis album up until the
Yeah, but-
what's the one with sicko mode on it?
I'm not.
Astro?
Astro.
Yeah, Astro, I stopped
but
listening after
the
that.
thing, what
That new shit was ass. And
ad-lib-wise,
Tupac
though,
Utopia
Travis
was
does
ass.
have some of the most recognizable ad libs out
I
of
thought
every
you.
rapper.
I was thinking.
I'm not gonna lie. This is free game for anybody that listens to us. But a fire pod would be who is the best in the history of proteges? Who is the best Kanye protege?
Protege.
That's fire. That's fire. If you think about all the names
There's a lot.
Protege?
and how you want to
Protege.
stretch that, because like there's obviously people he influenced like Drake, but he not Drake but Drake not
Protege,
protege
right.
yeah.
I'm
But,
trying
like,
to think like who even is a Kanye protege.
you got Chance, who had his crazy peak. You
Chance,
got Travis,
Big Sean.
Big Sean. You got some.
Those were all
conversations there.
Kanye's artists at one
Yeah.
point.
Kid Cudi just his son, because
Push. I wouldn't say Pusha T. No.
Kid Cudi, I want to say
No.
Kid Cudi is his son because he had a big influence on
I
808
would say
Harder.
Pusha
Harder.
and Ye
disrespect
kind of
Kanye.
Because I feel like Kanye might have, and this is
when
coming
they-
from a
when they
person who
joined up.
genuinely, I do not like Kid Cudi. I think he's trash.
I swear to
And
God-
I can admit
And
that
bro-
808s would not been the same without Kid Cudi.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
Or Travis
but-
Scott,
Great
too.
around greatness. That's all I'm gonna say.
Having an opinion on Kid Cudi, I swear to God, gets you ostracized though, because I'm not that big of a Kid Cudi fan either.
I'm not. I don't like him.
Yeah,
People-
I have
I'm
listened to.
I'm not gonna say the disrespectful thing I want to say about Cudi. I've said it before, so I'm not gonna repeat it. You can't cancel me twice, but but let's get to beef that matters. Drake Kendrick went fucking nuclear, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I envisioned, because I'm always thinking about the pod even when I'm not podding. I envisioned after what happened last night or 2 nights ago. I remember sitting there envisioning the next pod, and I was so like not in a good headspace about where it went, because like I want to see these two battle, but that shit went so personal that
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Like
I
couldn't. It started to feel bad listening to
yeah,
it. Like,
yeah, but then I'm not gonna lie. Not Like Us really helped me. Okay, like there is fun in this beef. Like a fun record like that was needed after where Drake took Family Matters, which was a bop, and Kendrick took Meet the Grants, which was like a fucking. I'm just gonna just go as
a
disrespectful
great
as
diss
possible.
track, yeah.
Like them shits. That shit went to the depths.
Yeah,
That shit went. And I was for
way
like,
further than I think anyone expected.
for
right at
24
that.
hours,
Oh, yeah.
I was fucked up about that part, because I was like sitting there and I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe that it's like I don't know how I feel, because like on one hand it's like I want to see a battle, on the other hand it's like these are two of my 3, 4, 5 favorite artists, so like I don't want to see his beef end with just each of them besmirching each other's name, because I understand how hip-hop culture is presented to certain sectors of America, So like, I don't want these motherfuckers looked at as just like demons to the public, and then
I just be thinking like bro,
is.
like this beef is just so fucking crazy because we never gonna get another What a Time to Be Alive. We never about to get another. Well, we might get another What a Time to Be Alive because he didn't really diss Future on that last one. So like, it sounds they got some making up.
I see after all this settles,
but
they link back up.
I don't see no Poetic Justice ever coming back. I don't see no Lord Knows ever coming back. I don't see no fucking Problems ever coming back. I just don't see it no more, especially with A$AP Rocky being with Rihanna. I definitely don't see that ever coming back. But it's just sad. It's just sad that an era of music is just gone. Like, it's never about to come back or happen again.
That's what somebody was just like on Twitter. Like they like linked fucking Problems and was like, all right, everyone calm down. Like, can we stop? Because we ain't never getting this shit again with the way y'all are.
That's the only depressing part about this. For real.
Exactly.
That and the fact Drake might be.
Now you listen back with a different connotation in your head of how it feels different.
So it feels forever ago because of how fast everything is moving. But sticking to the podcast, because we gotta operate on the timeline of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Since our last podcast together, Euphoria has dropped. 616 has dropped. Family Matters has dropped. Meet the Grams has dropped. Not Like Us has dropped. 5 fucking diss records. I didn't ever think it was going to go nuclear, and I didn't think it was going to go this speed.
It's been fast.
This shit has been crazy. So look, we got in a sense 5 records, and I'm not trying to deep dive every record. I'm not trying to do that here. I'm trying to, like I said on the pod that didn't drop, I want to keep it facts versus opinions, and I want to just check where everybody's at. But like, he kicks off the week with Euphoria, which was a strong record. Immediately ended like Kendrick is not about this battle, or can Kendrick be good in a battle? I think even that record alone proved like, okay, he was smart to just only wait for Drake, because in reality he was gonna clean Big Sean, he was gonna clean Big Crit. Like it wouldn't have done nothing. It would have been less impressive than what Drake did to Meek. I'm not gonna lie to you. If looking, that's how I felt about Euphoria. I don't know if y'all agree with that, but like the way Kendrick presented himself in Euphoria made me feel like, okay, if he were to go with Big Sean, which it could have went there, but Kendrick kind of held out because he looked at Sean as not worth my time. This record Euphoria alone kind of proved to me like, okay, like he would have cleaned Sean, and it wouldn't. And this is coming from a Sean guy. It wouldn't have been that impressive. Like, that was my initial takeaway. There's several takeaways from Euphoria that I broke down fully, so I don't want to get into all those. But like, that was my kind of takeaway from Euphoria. I don't know if y'all agree with that.
I mean,
let's start there, because I think that's a good question to start with. Is like that was my takeaway from it, was that it proved to me that Kendrick was worth
the battle.
Was worth the battle, and that nobody else other than Drake was worth the battle for Kendrick.
I can agree with that.
I can see that for
sure.
That's just undeniable. Cause when you
but there was that narrative.
It's undeniable that Kendrick is not part of the big three. That's the thing. So like, obviously anybody that's associated with the big three, that was undeniable. We know these 3 are the big 3. Like, it's worthy. Like, because y'all fighting for that number 1 spot at the end of the day.
But there was those people, and I'm not saying I was fully one, but I respected the opposition of like, because I always respected the fact that like, when people brought up, I thought Kendrick was always going to hold well in a battle because of a lot of what we're seeing. But I also respected on the same notion, like people being like, Kendrick ain't battle tested. We don't know what it's like when you get punched. We don't know what it's like when you bleed.
Right. And which we have seen.
So I was always like fair. I was always like fair game. But we've seen that with Drake. So we know that Drake is, when he gets punched. I'm not gonna take it as far as Joe Budden said, and that great MCs look at him like food, but I think there's some truth to that. But regardless,
the thing is, he stands up to it. He holds his own.
Yeah, that's it. That's one thing I do want to give credit to for Drake, is that he was, in my opinion versus fact, my opinion, he was a little bit avoiding the Kendrick smoke, but now he engaged in it. So you can't say there's a history in this. There's a beef in Drake's history that he avoided, because it took years for him to go at Pusha. It took years for him to go at Kendrick, but you know what? He went there.
Yeah, at one point,
I think he was trying to figure out if it was really beef with Kendrick though, because like you said, he caught Kendrick out 5 days after Controller. He said he trying to figure out like, hey, is this really beef?
Control, not Controller.
Oh yeah, my bad. I always be saying that too, but yeah, he said he caught him after Control 5 days, and Kendrick said it was just rap, because obviously ain't nobody about to drop no diss track, and all you want to do is just rap. You know what I'm saying? Like a lyrical competition when it comes to
Yeah, they always.
It don't last. It will never last.
They always say they want to keep it rap, but
it will never stay rap.
No,
when you know, because even if it started as lyrical competition, you want to control the masses. The thing is, the masses wants to see the masses wants to see blood. Period. At the end of the day, all they want to see is blood. They don't want to hear no lyrical mumbo jumbo. I'm this, I'm that, I'm number one.
Yeah,
it's cool.
With the, I was gonna say, with the more blood, the bigger the numbers are gonna be.
And how many times can you just say you're better than somebody without?
The only way that would have worked out is if Kendrick hopped on first person shooter. That's the only way.
I was gonna say, think about it. The
bigger,
bigger,
only way it would have stayed at a lyrical
probably
competition.
Wouldn't all be happening right now. Either.
No, listen. I was gonna say, the bigger the blood, the bigger the numbers are gonna be.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, so,
everybody in the numbers guy.
And this is the biggest blood that there could be, honestly.
Right.
Like,
So, Euphoria drops. It does what it does.
Does great.
So then we're like, okay, well, now let's see how Drake handles it. Friday morning comes around. Kendrick drops 616 LA. A record I don't want to spend too much time on because I think in the grand scheme of the beef, it matters. It does matter, but at the same time,
it holds some of the
for a majority of people, it won't be there when you're ranking because
that was my least one.
Because if you take what we got so far, assuming this is over, which I'm not assuming it's over, but even if you want to call it over, we got a whole album of disses, which is crazy. I drove to the airport to pick up my parents, and that whole 40-minute ride, I played every diss record, and that took me to the airport. That's great. That's great. Like that's an album.
That's like 30 minutes right there.
You got like an album worth of disses.
You got an album worth of disses. So 616. I don't want to spend too much time on it. So just to keep the timeline clear, he dropped 616, which basically the big takeaway from that is the mole, right? Is the I got people in your camp, blah blah blah. Again, another kind of warning shot where it's like, do you really want to go? Do you really want to go there? And he beat Drake to a timestamp, which is interesting. But he did that.
Drake's timestamps have never been disses though, so it's not like he.
Yeah, 7 a.m. and Brittle Path was absolutely that was all riddled by Kanye.
You're right. But
that's
one out of how many times it plays stamp.
But he started alluding to this on
because 4 p.m. with Calabasas is pretty much all about Puff and Joe.
I won't say all of it, but
most of it. What's not about it? Other than the Kendrick and Rocky line, like
I'll give it to you.
But and then 5 a.m. in Toronto or whatever, or 6 a.m. in Toronto. I mixed
5 a.m. Toronto.
5 a.m. Toronto. Mm-hmm. Like there's there always is shots at people. But is
that you count those really as a full diss track though?
No.
He never dedicated none of those time city stamp songs as a diss. Nobody has.
Other than 4 p.m. in Brittle Path, I agree. Those were
7 a.m. in Brittle Path.
Or 7 a.m.
Yeah.
4 p.m.
There's a lot of locations. There's been so many. Keeping track of the locations.
Isn't it 7 a.m.?
It's a lot of time flying around. A lot of different cities.
No, but 8 a.m. in Charlotte, I feel like
Drake got to come with the 1 a.m.
I feel like he did start alluding on the newest one For All the Dogs.
Yeah, he was taking shots at Metro on
that. That's where this kind of started bubbling, I feel.
But that's not even a quarter of the track, but that's why I don't consider it a diss track.
8 a.m. in Charlotte is probably one of my favorite times.
8 a.m. in Charlotte is fire.
In Charlotte is one of my favorites.
That was
5 a.m. in Toronto
Drake
is
over
definitely
that
my
production.
favorite.
That was one we sat through, and I was like, "That's the hardest beat of it." I used to be like, "That's one of my weakest timestamps," but I was like, I still kind of feel that way. It's like it's near the bottom for me, but it's also like
which
that
one?
beat is 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
But, anyways,
6,
so Kendrick does that. I think that's the big takeaway. So then the narrative becomes, oh, Kendrick just doubled back. He said back to back. He said back to back, which Chris called, and I want to give him credit because I heard it from Chris before I saw any tweet. Chris said Kendrick on Euphoria goes back to back. I like that record. I'm gonna get back to that for the record. I thought immediately, my brain thought, oh, if he exposes back to back with a ghostwriter, like that really diminishes what back to back was, because back to back is one of the best diss records of all time. To me, so like it was like that's how I perceived it. But then 4 days later, just like the difference between back to back and Charged Up, we get 616. Chris called it. So
I heard that back. I'm gonna get back to that for the record. I saw that as Kendrick saying, "I'm about to back you like you did to Meek," because it was Charged Up, and then back to back. And so,
because I don't remember the timeline for that. Meek didn't drop Warpaint or nothing after Charged Up, did he?
No. He didn't drop anything until after back to back.
He fit them both in that, because that's the whole thing with the back to back is that before you even get a jab in, I'm hitting you back to back. And I was like, with the way that Kendrick laid that bar out, I'm like,
so brilliant.
I'm like, I feel like he has a point to drop immediately after, or in this case, whatever, 4 days, 3 days. I really felt that way. So
do you really, obviously he dropped Charged Up then back to back, but like the whole thing, like even with the cover back to back, it was about how the Toronto Blue Jays beat the Phillies 2 years in a row back to back. So like, was it really like? Is it still alluding to the back-to-back dropping the disses, or is it just alluding to the?
It was all of that.
And you can.
Okay,
I think Drake is that smart. I think it was all of that.
He absolutely is, because if you look how this beef is playing out, like Drake is very calculated in what he does.
Yeah, because like I said, I got lost. I don't remember that timeline like that much, but I know if Meek dropped the disc before back-to-back and in between Charged Up and back-to-back. I don't remember that good.
I think he dropped him. Was it twice in a row?
Yeah.
Was it Warpaint and then? No, it was 1-0 then Warpaint.
Yeah, but Drake Charged Up and then back to back were right in a row, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Because I think that was the whole
Charged
point
Up
of
and
it.
back to back were dropped before
you are right.
Meek said anything.
I actually didn't know that about the Blue Jays and the.
If you look at the cover of back, the little
the flyers, right?
Yeah, whatever the cover art for back to back is the crowd going crazy. Crowd going crazy.
That's
for
funny
the
because
Toronto Blue
I
Jays.
didn't remember that being the cover. I remember the cover to Charged Up being the fucking
iPhone battery. Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah. I didn't remember what the
so
cover
many
was for
people
that.
hated on Charged Up.
I was gonna say I actually like
Charged.
Charged Up.
That shit was so.
No,
fire.
Charged Up was good. I didn't see it as a great like.
Obviously not the best beat. But
I remember it coming out, and I remember I liked the song itself.
I think back to back helped it personally. Like,
it did, but Charged Up was still good.
But
I liked it.
It was a. I think that was a plan.
I'm Charged Up.
I just love the little nonchalant, effortless motherfucking tone. Like he just giving it to you, he little bro.
When he said, "I'm honored that you think this is staged. I'm flattered that in fact I'm amazed." I was like,
and that's exactly why I had push-ups over Euphoria.
It was hard.
I told y'all that,
honestly.
And a diss record over like a soft ass beat is
that's crazy.
Nobody does it better than Drake.
Honestly,
616 to me again. That's just a rap nerd's record. So then Drake drops Family Matters, which I think was something that. If I'm looking at the beef again, opinion versus fact, we gonna keep it like that, because I think way too many people out there on Twitter are making what's that?
I said that's a bar.
Oh, okay.
Opinion versus fact, we're gonna keep it like
ready
that.
To wrap up the pod.
No,
I just wanted to make sure.
You know what?
I just wanted to make sure. But that reminded me of that Jay-Z laugh. Remember that iconic Jay-Z laugh where it's like.
That remind me of the Lil Wayne like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how he do it, dog. That's just funny as hell.
But
ASAP Rocky's Windex.
Yeah, the Windex bottle.
I never heard it.
Sipping on semen.
No, because it's sort of like that too. It's like.
That shit's silly, dog.
That shit was too funny.
Well, y'all made me forget.
Rihanna be hearing that at night when he's laughing.
You think that's how he do when he back shots?
Slipping on semen.
Slipping on
I'm talking about Rihanna. Hey, we just said something about Rihanna. That's why I said it.
People always forget about that shit. I swear.
No, they don't. They don't.
No Diddy.
Pause.
No Diddy.
Slipping on semen.
Yeah, bro.
Pause.
That shit was like, bro, you ain't gotta say that. You just gotta say you was fighting in jail. Fighting in jail sounds tough.
Even what was it? ASAP Ferg looked at him like.
Yeah, we know the context of jail, but like if you just leave it at fighting at jail, I go, oh yeah, like I'm not about fighting. Period. Let alone jail. Fuck that. Like, okay, you tough. You got it, bro. You ain't gotta say slipping on semen.
What was you saying about
I forgot. Honestly.
Family Matters? He was on Family Matters.
Okay, so Drake drops Family Matters. Try and go through where I didn't want to get to Meet the Grams yet.
I think it had a good transition, though. You know how it went from Euphoria to Family Matters. We don't want to hear you say no more. And then he came in.
Yeah,
that was clean.
I think
that was clean.
And then to bring back the beat that you had on Push-Ups, like and to have the visuals, because I thought that was a Kendrick advantage. You know, I was calling for that for weeks. I thought part of the reason why Kendrick was waiting is he was gonna have visuals, and he was gonna because Kendrick is like. When you look at Kendrick, again, opinion, but we'll see if it's fact. But like in my opinion, what Kendrick has over a lot of artists, including Drake, is that
the visual
is he has the other aspects beyond the music. He has the performance, he has the visuals, he has like he's an artsy motherfucker, like to put it point blank. So I think that like him doing visuals would benefit him greatly. So I thought that was one of the angles that he would take. So I thought it was good that Drake did it, and I thought in a world where we're reacting, it was smart for Drake to just put up the lyrics with the diss.
Yeah,
because
we said that off.
I caught
first,
every single line.
Heard that shit.
Yeah. So we have out there the audio reaction, the audio live reaction. If you want to go back to that, it's on Spotify wherever you get your podcast. We had the reaction to every part of Family Matters and.
Meet the Grams.
And Meet the Grams. And I caught way more off of Family Matters than I did Meet the Grams. So I thought, coming to Family Matters, I'm like, okay, here we go. It's battling. I think Kendrick did, that's what I was going to say. I think Kendrick did 616 in LA because I think he assumed Drake was coming that weekend. And then he woke up that Friday morning because he thought maybe Drake would drop Midnight with all the other music. Drake didn't drop. So then you cozy over there?
You know I am.
Yeah.
I was going to say, when I was explaining that transition to you from Euphoria to, I could feel this man's eyes just burning through the back of my skull. Yeah. He's like, I'm waiting for you to say it, bro.
But I do think strategy wise, an opinion for that was that Kendrick looked at it as had 616 ready to go whenever. He realized Drake didn't drop at midnight with all the other people, which he thought Drake might have. So that Friday morning, boom, I drop it. Drake was planning to drop that whole weekend. Mm-hmm. Like in my opinion, because when you have a music video like this was planned out in advance.
But what do you think kept him? Why do you think he didn't drop at midnight?
Maybe it wasn't done. Maybe it needed some touches.
Because you could tell it was on the fly for sure.
I think he didn't drop that Friday because DJ Head ended up tweeting that the boy is supposed to drop Thursday night, basically at midnight. And so I think he's just probably like, nah, we ain't about to let you call it. I'm going to drop it when I'm ready to drop it. And I knew he was going to drop by Friday, by the way. I called it.
So now let's go. Yeah. I want to give Chris credit and I want to give you credit because you absolutely nailed that. You pulled up the receipts, and I love that. Keep throwing that in everybody's face. Keep throwing that in everybody's face. Listen, I'm a fan of when you're right. Let everybody know you're right. I'm a big fan of that.
I just called it diss track dropping. That's all.
Family Matters drops. How do we feel about that? It's hard to contextualize everything without the context of what's happened since, but going back to that moment of Family Matters, that record is tough. That record is amazing.
Bro.
Like I said, the beginning, the intro was obviously insane, how he transitioned from it. And then the whole entire, even like the concept of the video was kind of dope.
One thing that I think was pretty clear, which I haven't seen talked about too much, is like, clearly that song is structured directly the same way as Euphoria is. Where you have 3 beat switches. Each one kind of switches the tone of the song in a sense of the word, and you know what I mean. Have you noticed that?
What do you think he had? Do you think he had the 3 beats already planned out? Because he already had the PG beat, the beginning already mapped out from the first song. Do you think he
think
added them or?
I think part of that is
no.
tailor-made, no pun intended.
Because he alluded to some things that were in Euphoria, like such as like the intro, like literally just coming in like that. So I think that parts of it were already done, parts of it were probably added, tweaked after Euphoria dropped. You know what I mean?
And that's why I said like when you were talking that shit like, hey K-Dot, you had a diss for 4 years, drop that shit. It's like, no, you gotta factor in how everybody's moving. So when Drake drops Push-Ups and Tailor Made, you can have a diss record for 4 years, but you don't have it with the context.
He ain't have to wait for nobody to move though, cause he always wanted this beef. It was always him who was supposed to initiate the beef. So if he wanted to, he could have dropped that 4-year little bullshit that he had in the tuck, and he could have dropped that off rip. But instead, he hopped on the track with some other niggas like a weak ass nigga.
I think that's an ignorant take. I think we're battling opinions here because I want to keep it opinion versus fact. That's your opinion. My opinion is this: I don't think this is one sided to where Kendrick had diss records for years and Drake didn't. I think both of these motherfuckers had diss records for years because I think both of them. It's been the fucking Cuban Missile Crisis.
But you
we're
think
already past the what could have been pre-made. This is
what makes you think Drake had a diss track record if he was inviting Kendrick to be on first person shooter, which I'm sure he did more than J. Cole did because it's Drake's song.
He probably thought what a lot of people, myself included, thought. Okay, we've been doing this dance for 10 years. We've been doing this Cold War for 10 years.
Yeah, when you gonna be ready?
And it didn't happen. So you know what? Fuck it. Let's do a record together. Let's make our money. All of that.
I have a theory if y'all want to hear it.
I'm listening.
I'm just saying, when Kendrick dropped Euphoria, that diss was damn near 7 minutes fucking long. It's a long as diss. I think what Drake did was he took that last beat that was already made. He already made the song. That song's already been done. And you can tell it would have been just a regular song itself because that alone was like 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes.
Yeah, which is...
I think that he took that and just added 2 more beat switches to match Kendrick's energy.
I agree.
No, yeah, I think that was a calculated move to match the 3 beat switches.
Like, you see what I'm saying? I think, like, that song has already been made. I think he just said, well, let's extend it.
But it couldn't have been for that long because he specifically touches on Rick Ross, on The Weeknd, on Rocky, on everybody that's
you
been
can always make changes.
In verses, though. That's just in verses. The beats he could have already had, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, the beats for sure. Yeah. But I'm saying, like...
Or he could have actually already had that whole song done when he dropped Push-Ups, for real.
And,
it's possible.
And you can always go back.
But either way, this isn't something that Drake has been sitting on for a long time.
Like, no, I don't think he was sitting on it that long.
This is all fresh.
No.
I think I genuinely think on Kendrick's end also. I think that
Drake's not scared.
I think they're pretty much equal in that sense. But I think that maybe they have some shit already kind of planned out. But if anything, they tweaked it to fit this situation.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like you can literally tweak verses, no problem. Yeah. You can literally take them out and just replace it with another one.
Either way, they're all trust me, as somebody who makes music, 100%, I get it. But yeah, I think at this point they're both calculated in their own senses.
I think that's definitely what Kendrick just did with Not Like Us. He definitely had that in the tuck for a little bit and just added some little shit and tweaked it out.
That one's been done.
Obviously, we're gonna get to that later, but I just had to say that.
Yeah. Okay. Adi, where you at with Family Matters when that drops? You awfully quiet.
Well, let me tell you what I want.
Nah. That's potty right there.
Nah, listen. You know what I want?
Shout out
Shout out
I'm gonna get off the topic for a second. Just for a second, let me get off the topic, bro.
Right.
In my opinion, bro, I fucking love diss records. Sometimes I think to myself, bro, like, why can't we have different artists hop on? Like let's say like different artists hop on with Drake, different artists hop on with Kendrick. Who wants to be with Kendrick? Who wants to be? I want fucking war. I'm tired of this boring ass shit. Like you want new music, right? That's what I want, bro.
This
I want.
ain't boring though.
This ain't boring. At all.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not. That's why I want more disses, bro. Like
he's trying to see.
I want blood.
The floodgates are open. Let's bring everyone.
I want blood,
bro. On some Joker
bro.
Shit, this motherfucker just wants the world to burn. But what did you think about? What did you think about Family Matters in particular?
Family Matters is a great diss. That's the best diss he's dropped already.
Do you feel like it did enough because it addressed multiple people? So yeah. So where do you fall on that scope of it? Because he dropped
That was smooth as fuck. That was smooth as shit.
It was. That's why I was gonna keep on because if you peep, you peep.
I'm trying to transition that over smooth.
No, that was too smooth to not call out.
My 8 was on there.
Yeah,
too.
that was straight.
That was clean.
Anyway.
All right, so what you asking me here, bro?
I'm getting to it. I didn't think motherfuckers was slick like that.
He extends his questions a little too long, but it's
yeah.
okay. It's all right.
All right, you ask my question then.
Ask it.
No, please.
No,
you're the host.
I got interrupted by a unidentified flying object. No, it wasn't. No, that part was slick. What I'm saying is when Drake drops Family Matters, where do you feel like the diss as opposed to how much he dressed Kendrick versus other people after addressing push-ups? How do you feel about that part? Did you want to just go at Kendrick? Were you fine with him going at everybody else?
I mean, I honestly am annoyed of him going for everyone else. I think he should just be going for Kendrick because he's the big dog right now to fight. He needs to fight him. Like he needs to keep going for him. But like, shit, it's cool. I don't mind him like going for other people like Rick Ross and all of them. I don't really care about that. The main thing I care about is 100% Drake versus Kendrick, bro. That's all I care about. And that's all we want. That's what we want to hear. I'm hoping that Drake will drop tonight. Shit.
Yeah,
Something like
which
that.
we know that's obviously the star of the show, but you kind of have to address everything in one way.
You don't have
another.
to. You already did with push-up. Like I'll be honest with you.
To continue to,
opinion,
I mean, whatever. But you have to address it in one way or another.
Opinion. Metro, shut your whole ass up and play some drums. He don't never gotta talk about
Yeah, he didn't have to say nothing else about Metro after that.
No. By the way, though.
Wait, no, he did on Family.
I'm saying he didn't have to.
He didn't have
That's all
to,
he needed to give to Metro. That's all he needed.
Did anyone even listen to the Metro shit that he put out?
Okay, Metro responded with the first ever. I will say it's a historical moment. It's the first ever diss beat that's ever been made.
But also,
basically,
he was following through with it though.
Somebody AI'd this like Motown style BBL Drizzy song, and Metro sampled it. And basically what he did was he put it up as a challenge to say, hey, throw a freestyle on this,
so
whatever.
You got all these local
He's smart as fuck for that.
You got all these local ass trash ass rappers.
Smart as fuck for
It's
that.
smart.
Because on God wasn't nobody about to listen to that beat until he said that if somebody hop on the track and kill that shit, he gonna do something with it.
Like one of them, like,
that's smart.
TikTok, like, fill the space.
Yeah, just to see where it's at, but it's a beat. Like it's gonna be the same loop for the whole time, damn near.
I love Metro, bro. He's like literally one of my favorite producers, bro. Like, well, obviously, bro. He's the top.
Bro, Metro's been killing the Twitter shit is funny because recently this motherfucking Metro just like after he felt like it was like Kendrick in the lead by far, this motherfucker jumped out the window. That's a whole nother discussion. We'll get to that point. But like I think it's interesting the way Metro is handling this part of the beef. But Drake drops Family Matters, cooks it. I don't want to undersell it. I know you have your opinion on it. So I'll let you make your take.
Family Matters is 100% better than Hit 'Em Up. I don't care what nobody say, and we can argue about it. Better than Hit 'Em Up.
He said it.
Better than Hit 'Em Up.
He said it.
110% better than Hit 'Em Up. Listen. After Tupac verse go off, soon as I hear motherfucking what that nigga say,
get out the way,
get out the way, yo, get out the way, yo. That shit getting turned off. That nigga's ass and a nigga after him is ass. Let's be honest. Every single second of Family Matters is fire, nigga. And I'm damn near ready to put it over back to back. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna do it yet. I'm gonna give it some time. But it's definitely top 10. This is for me.
I agree with
Hit 'Em Up is not top 10.
The Outlaws because the Outlaws ruined the end of Tupac's career. I'm gonna keep it a stack. And sorry Napoleon. I know whatever. But at the same time, because Napoleon comes across as like a real respectful dude. So like I don't want to disrespect him, and like I don't want to be that guy. That motherfucker was best friends with Pac. So like me saying like you disrespected Pac, like who am I to say that? I'm not fucking his actual friend. But at the same time, bro, like that weighed down a lot of Pac. What makes Hit 'Em Up dope is not only that, but the sinister part where Pac comes back, where he doing the Pac shit, where he's not even rapping, he is just talking. My 4-4, make sure all your kids don't grow. If he said shit today, that is disgusting.
That's crazy.
But because he said it in a time where it was like, That shit hard.
You can't lie. That bar was hard.
That shit hard. But I agree with you. Like on some real shit. Like yeah, like the Outlaws fucked that up. But like, bro,
Outlaws fuck. I don't know what Tupac was thinking. If
match,
I would have heard them two verses, them niggas would have been removed expeditiously.
You can't
expeditiously.
Yeah.
We're gonna put you on another track. Save those bars for another track.
Yeah. Speaking of T.I., Kendrick did some. Nah, I'm not going.
No,
say
go
that.
ahead. No, be fair. Talk about your mans too.
We'll get there.
Talk about your bands, cause I'm talking about my bands. You know,
you already know. That to me, like the Tupac.
A minor.
I feel you. The Family Matters disc is great, and it's easily, like, in my opinion, a top, inarguable.
It's a good
top
disc.
3.
It's a very good disc.
And anyone who says it's not above push-ups is fucking insane.
Honest to God. It's
It's
way better than
smoking-
push-ups.
It's smoking push-ups. The conversations to me are for the top 3 disc records, however order you want them, are Euphoria, Family Matters, and
Meet the
Not Like
Grams.
Us.
No, Meet the Grams.
Meet the Grams.
Wait, what? That's your top 3, right?
That's my top 3.
Say it again.
Hold on.
Say it one more time. I didn't hear what you said.
As a diss record, Meet the Grams takes.
I was gonna say, bro, that's like number 1 right now.
That's
Meet the Grams is number 1. How much more disrespectful can you get?
Not Like Us is fire.
I honestly don't think the disrespect level
Like
was
Us is
that
a bop.
high. I don't think it was that high on Meet the
It
Grams.
was that high.
I don't think it was that high.
When you're saying to a man's mom, sit down.
That's the thing. It's like the idea behind the diss was great. That's honestly the best idea for a diss track I've ever heard. But it's like the things he was saying to his mom was so. The things he was saying to everybody that was supposed to be talking to his family about was so mediocre. Like people was gassing that he was like, because I was on YouTube reading the comments and somebody was like,
No,
bro, Kendrick really told Drake's mom that he hopes he dies. Like, bro, it's
That's what makes a diss track, though.
Rap beef, bro. Are you really surprised or actually
That's what I'm saying,
actually
bro.
gassed that
It's
he
a
said
beef.
that that he wants his enemy
This
to
isn't
die?
elementary school.
See,
Like, come on now, like that's standard.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel you on that, but I really think
Your
that
grandfather sure wore a condom. Wow. Like that shit was not crazy. Like that shit was mediocre.
But here's the
But
thing.
no, what I'm saying is, I really think when Kendrick said, "I hope you die," I honestly think Kendrick hates Drake that much.
That's fine.
Honestly,
But that's what makes it a good diss, though. You see what I'm saying?
I think mentioning your bitch getting fucked and possibly your son is not being yours is 10 times worse.
Okay, here's the one thing also about that record that is different.
Those felt like reaches.
The Meet the Grams is so sinister because,
He could have addressed that.
Have you seen people's reactions to that? Everybody looks fucking scared listening to that song. Like
And
that
it's
is
not just a
that's
dog
some
song.
Grim
It's
Reaper
sinister as
that's
fuck,
some
bro.
Grim Reaper
The
level
beat
fucking-
alone is dark as shit,
beat
bro.
is just
And
crazy.
then, hold on.
The whole energy of the song is
The energy,
just
yes,
fucking
definitely.
scary.
My
dog.
favorite,
Like, there's something-
my favorite part of that whole diss record, because we're here now. Meet the Grams drops 10 minutes after, which was a brilliant move, because that was a record that was obviously he didn't make it in the fucking 20 minute set.
But can we honestly talk about how I think this is kind of probably staged, though, to be honest with you?
Okay, all right.
Family Matters is a sitcom, and then he drops an hour later with another sitcom.
I said that live in the reaction.
Oh, I didn't think.
did you?
I didn't think about the fact that the second one.
Family
was a sitcom
Matters.
name,
Thanks for
but-
supporting.
Motherfucker, I was sleeping.
Well,
Anyway.
it's been up for
Okay,
72
don't
hours.
matter. Anyway,
You have
that's a
plenty of time to
sitcom.
listen. You have plenty of time to be awake.
Family
and listen.
Matters, and then you have another sitcom, Meet the Browns, where he's doing Meet the Grants.
So we did talk about that. I
It's
think
okay,
that
listen after.
how like
Maybe, I'll see.
fucking how much these two songs
Cleveland
were
Lights. That's all I
exposing
ask, Cleveland.
with the type of shit that they were talking about both of these. There's no. I think it's past the point of being staged right now.
I
I
don't
agree.
think so.
Yeah.
I don't
Hey,
think
but
so.
listen.
They're
I got a
fucking
question.
For you to
they're
drop the
cutting way
exact
too-
same
there's
fucking
no way
day
Drake agrees
with
to being
two
called a
sitcom
pedophile
period?
on wax.
No,
like
bro.
there's no fucking
And,
way.
there's no way Kendrick agrees
to being accused of beating his wife on wax. Like there's no way they agree to this.
because Kendrick let's keep it a stack, and that's what I thought was a big advantage for Drake is that on one hand you look at like, oh, Drake, because he's a celebrity, he's out here. There's a lot of information that gets brought about him, a lot of opinions, not as smooth but smooth, but there's a lot of opinions. So like, if you're in the public eye more, there's more to criticize. But at the same time, if you're completely opposite the public eye, it's harder to find that angle, but when you find that angle that can be true or could be true, it's more powerful because your image is pristine. Because people think that these celebrities, until they actually see otherwise, they think these celebrities are outstanding people. Like, and that's what Kendrick has as an advantage. Kendrick just only drops music. That's it. So Kendrick's advantage is and he's let the media run wild with it. Is this guy is a great person. This guy helps homeless people on the weekend. Like whatever. Like you get these notions through his music and through the fact that he's not in the public, that he is this upstanding citizen. So that's an advantage of Drake.
I will say one thing though. Okay,
no.
For me, Meet the Grams. For me, Meet the Grams is definitely number one right now. However, I swear, if Kendrick is lying about this second child that Drake has, that's going down to the bottom for me. Because now you're being, like Birdie said, that's mediocre as fuck. How you going to put a lie in a diss track?
I'll be honest with you.
It's stupid.
I understand that sentiment, but where I disagree with it is because I do think it's important. Listen, I think when you're the status of Drake and Kendrick, you are playing with something that goes beyond hip hop, and these are hip hop figures, and I understand.
This is money being made by the higher ups. This is
but
shit like
no,
that.
beyond that. I'm looking at it from a humanitarian perspective. I love hip hop culture. I love all the good that it does in the world. I don't want two of the biggest artists of the last 15 years to look like fucking dirtbags. That's why I said when it went to that way, had Not Like Us dropped and kind of eased that tension, I don't know how I would have potted.
But this is the thing. I don't think, because I want to get back to that point where because you still kind of on the same topic. I don't want you to get off. But I don't think, I think Kendrick had that outstanding person, pure type image.
Yeah,
I don't think.
absolutely.
My bad. I don't think Drake necessarily had that image due to the accusations that he already had prior to this beef. Like,
but that's what I'm
a
saying.
lot people already had something to say about him to begin with. Like these pedophile allegations are not new. They're not new. None of them.
They're not, but at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he had this clean image that you think so.
No, I was just gonna say he's bringing them deeper.
But that's what I'm saying is it's twofold.
But all I'm saying is
the one fold. Go ahead. I don't want to.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
The one fold is that because Drake is in the public eye, there's more dirt on him, so it's easier to take these angles. So in a sense, it's harder to either come up with new angles or to dig deeper on those angles, which I think Kendrick did with the pedophile stuff, versus somebody like Kendrick. It's a double-edged sword. It's both ways. It's a negative and a positive. It's harder to find dirt on Kendrick because he lives so recluse, but if you find it, it's more rewarding because because that image is set so perfect. Like with Chance, think of Chance with the coloring book era, bro. Chance was on top of the world. He was looked at as the most amazing person ever, like humanitarian awards type shit, like that. Like Chance was looked at as literally a perfect human being.
Right, and then they caught some bitches twerking on him, and it kind of just diluted a little bit, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But that's little. That's little. Like, bro, like twerking on bitches, and motherfuckers wanted to say he's a garbage human being. Like, what? Think about what that is versus what that actually is. You see what I'm saying? So like, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, I thought you was referring to like Drake having this pure image.
No, Drake already has his tainted image, which works for Kendrick, but also works against Kendrick because it's like if you don't take it further, then you're just saying what everybody else said.
Right.
But if you dig deeper with it, then it's like.
Did he really dig deeper though? You think so? I think he did a little bit just by exposing like Baka and that type of shit in the next song, but
he did.
I think that's literally.
And I think
the
he did
only
the record,
thing.
and that's where I want to get to Meet the Grams is like
Chubbs,
whatever.
Yeah.
To me,
What did he say about Chubbs?
I
think I know I heard him say basically
Well, was it
some
Chubbs
realm like
Chubbs the one that like scouts for him?
Chubbs.
I don't know if that's
the real like right hand man.
Because he says in Chicago Freestyle. Can you pull up Chicago Freestyle lyrics real quick for me? Thank you, Jamie. Like he does those things where like he has this bar where it's like Chubbs knows.
I know. Kendrick was basically saying like, I hope Chubbs really about that type shit, but I ain't know he was saying anything.
But no,
basically,
when he Chicago Freestyle, he has a bar saying either.
I know what you're talking about.
Chubbs like knows what I like.
Know what you like, yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like you scouting for him,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah,
blah, blah.
essentially, what the running story is, which again, it's all speculation, is that essentially Chubbs runs what would be like Drake's like personal Tinder, where he scouts girls out based on what Drake likes, says you're gonna come fuck Drake, gets him a car, picks him up. This girl comes over, fucks Drake, and drops him back off.
Do you think that's really Chubbs though? The second main face of OVO.
That's the.
You think he's going around recruiting girls? I don't see that.
It goes both ways. On one hand, if you put yourself in Drake's shoes, right? So you can either, to protect your mans, delegate that role, or would you rather it? And there's no right answer. Would you rather it be somebody you trust? You see what I'm saying? So like if I'm Drake, would I rather hire Chris to go find my girl? Somebody that I know and I trust and I know will never do me wrong and has always got me and whatever? Or would I, to protect his name, do somebody else? Both are right answers. It's all about perspective.
I just don't see
You
Drake.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I don't see Drake throwing the. Like Chubbs been around for Drake for a long time. Like
Facts.
that's when you think of Drake. When you think of Drake, you think of Chubbs. Damn near like
they grew up together. And shit.
Right. So what I'm saying is, I don't think you're not about to send. I wouldn't even send the top 3 prominent faces in fucking OVO out to get some bitches.
Right.
Because for one, it'll be easy for anybody in OVO. Hey, listen, you feel me? You want to come back? You feel me? The Drake Mansion. You know, we having a little party going on.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm not about to send Chubbs out there.
But
that's not who I'm about to send.
I think that's the difference.
I mean, I see his point,
I
though.
see the point.
Not
also,
the nigga with
like,
almost 400,000
like,
followers, not a known face.
Look, that's the most sensitive subject
And
of it
think
all.
about
So
it.
it's like you're gonna send your most trusted, your most
Are you going to
trusted.
send your most trusted source, or are you going to send a source that's less trusted, which I think
can out
points
that.
The thing,
Kendrick's
this is the
point
thing
of
though. The only thing of
having
that Tinder
100
shit is they
people.
bringing back bitches. That's all they doing. It's not like they doing anything crazy. They just bringing back bitches.
Well, that's what's kind of applied is like, what are the bitches? Is there more to like Meet the Grams to me? To me, the standout part is not the daughter, and I do think that Kendrick should be held accountable if that is, quote unquote, proven false.
False. Which there's a strong chance there is.
Yeah, and that's the thing with both them records. We don't got receipts yet on either.
Let's not be
We'll get on
opinion.
that. Stay on your shit.
Opinion. Opinion.
Right.
I want to be clear. Opinion versus fact. Because too many people get watered down in opinions versus facts, and they don't know what the difference is. My opinion. I think it is unlikely that Drake made the same mistake to a greater scale twice. But I also, being real, know the money, the power that somebody of Drake's status has to where you feel like you can do that.
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
Don't tell a lie on me.
I say all that to say it doesn't matter because I'm opinion based. I'm not looking at it as factual. I see both sides of it. If it really is real and Drake has a daughter, cool. But to me, that's not even the biggest point of the record.
It's the
other
claims.
To me, it's the other claims, and it's on top of that. It's where Kendrick does what Kendrick does, where he story tells. That was his storytelling record. He gets in that bag, and he does that Kendrick shit that he did with Mother I Sober, with Auntie Diaries, like where he gets in that bag where it's like that last verse. He escalates his voice. Take that mask off. I want to know what's under them achievements. When he gets into all that shit, that is where Kendrick did what he did. That is where Meet the Grams works, and it was smart for him to. This is Kendrick's calculated genius. Is that he had a diss that it didn't matter when he dropped that in the beef. It could have been round 1. It could have been round 5. It didn't matter. It was going to hit the same because it was that.
All I'm saying is Kendrick came back with the same bar. Don't tell a lie on me. I won't tell the truth about you. So,
which I think is important. I think that's
and
important.
that was really.
That's
that
all I'm
wasn't-
saying.
That was
I
a
think
big
that
thing
calls
because
back.
I think that people like are not like. I think now people know, but like when that first happened, people didn't realize that that was a callback to the Hard Part 4, which was a Drake diss to begin with.
Exactly. That's what I said on the podcast.
But you're bringing back that bar for some reason, and then you're talking about Drake having another child.
Here's the reason. No, here's the reason.
Truth, lie,
Here's
I don't know.
Here's the reason.
He's
right
kind of
here.
smart.
This is
That's a very smart
Intelligent dude, I'm telling you.
this is the reason why he brings that bar up. Because there's a narrative out there. It's a small narrative being pushed by certain propaganda that Drake wanted to smoke, Kendrick didn't. That right there, you're calling back to a record where you're specifically challenging him to come outside and battle. That is all Kendrick is doing. Kendrick is not saying, because see, that's the difference between Kendrick and a lot of rappers, is a motherfucker like J. Cole will be like, since 2017, I've been wanting to smoke. I'm glad you're outside. Now let's go. Like some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't rap, but
You don't believe that, though, do you? You don't think that Drake really wanted to smoke more than Kendrick? Or he wanted to smoke first, right?
no, I think Kendrick has been wanting to smoke, and I
Yeah.
think that's a callback to that's him saying that's I think the brilliance of Kendrick's writing is that he's not doing it in a obvious way where it can be picked apart. He's doing it in a thoughtful way. Just like on the Heart Part 4, going back to that record, he references Drake's ghostwriting allegations. But how does he do it? Crumpling paper. Like it's not as simple as saying you have ghostwriters. It's not as simple as saying I've been wanted to smoke. It's subtle.
Yeah, it
but
wasn't
but
direct.
if you do it,
It was a subliminal.
it's there. That's why I think that line is so big, because to me that's him dispelling the narrative out there that oh yeah, Drake's been wanting to smoke. Kendrick was scared of it. Kendrick's like, no, I'm calling back to a record. I'm using the exact same line on a record where I called you out and we didn't dance.
Which is, you're 100% right. That's fair.
Was
Okay,
that fact
so
or
do
opinion?
you think it's weak for the person who wants to fight not to take the first swing?
I think he did. That's
not
I
the
don't want,
first
I don't want,
swing.
I don't want to get. I don't
That's
want to get
that's
there.
not the first swing, only because
It's not the
that's
first. It's not the first swing, but Hard Part 4 is absolutely a swing harder than anything Drake swung at.
And Drake knew that when that came out.
It was all about
There's
him.
no way we knew it was a Drake diss at that time when it came out.
Ho, Jay-Z, Hall of Fame, sit your punk ass down. Who was he beefing with at that time? Hove. He made it very clear from the jump. That record was all about Drake.
Who's talking about who? Oh, okay, you talking about
That record was all about Drake.
Talking about the Heart Part 4, right?
Yeah.
Because that was when Drake and Hov
So I'm
had
glad
the
you
whole
brought that up,
debacle.
because that was one of the things that got lost in the great pod that never will be. But
Yeah, no.
I mean, it was just obvious. Like, you throw that back in, like, people are gonna, okay, why is he throwing it back in? And then he says this about the daughter thing, and it's just kind of like, okay, so what's real and what's not now?
wait, so I don't get how those two are correlated.
What do you
Explain
mean? What do you mean? Don't
So
tell a lie on me. I won't tell the truth about you. But
And
then
the
you're
truth-
going,
the truth
and then you're
being-
talking about
the truth
his
being
daughter.
The daughter, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I stand. Okay, I do want to say this about the daughter, because I do think that's one of the central points. I don't think, in my opinion,
I don't know what to
feel
think.
it's-
it doesn't decide the winner or loser of the beef. If Kendrick is wrong,
Facts. I don't think so neither. I don't think so neither.
I do think it hurts. What Kendrick said on the record too, he said there's other baby mamas.
But how well could you hide however many fucking children you have? How can
I think when you have
hit
money and
Adonis,
power-
which was hard already as it was.
I think not to be sinister, but I think when you have the money and power, not that Drake is using it this way, but I think when you
To
have
shut
that
people
money
up.
and power, I think you can do those things.
But being like Drake and you have all this money,
He paid
how
her.
do you find out?
And
How does
you also have
Kendrick
to
know?
Keep in mind that by Drake denying it on Instagram like this,
Because
it was the
you're
exact
close
same
friends.
thing he did with Adonis at first. He didn't just say, "Yeah, you're right." He denied it at first too when it came to Adonis.
What do you
Ima-
say? What do you
imagine-
say though? Because I did see somebody say it, but I never saw the original poster.
I don't remember
There was an
I-
article
I
that
don't
got
remember.
posted and
I-
deleted of Drake challenging the paternity of Adonis.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's fair.
obviously,
There
And,
was
that's where
something of it,
Kendrick
yeah.
was layered in the Hard Part 4, where this was weeks later, like 2 weeks later or less than.
After,
Kendrick says,
uh,
go
After
get a
Pusha's,
bag,
right?
daddy. Go get it.
Go get your bag, daddy. My only advice. Oh yeah, my only
again,
advice is go and get you a bag, daddy.
He was talking that shit. He was talking that shit. But
I'm just saying the way those two, that bar and that correlates, it's a little.
Yeah, I see what you mean because if there was a truth that he was talking about, it would be that.
It would be that.
Like you know what I mean? So
that's the thing. Knowing Drake, he could have more than 2 trillion. We don't know.
And even though that's in Euphoria, you know the that he alludes back to it. The whole Euphoria is like, you don't want me to really poke the bear. You don't want me to fucking come out and say what I really want to say, and then so it makes sense that
still
would be
doing the same shit. He's still poking the bear, still looting that. He still got more shit. Don't you think that's some weak shit, dog? Like
because Drake is too.
Because Drake has made it very clear through his persona that he hasn't emptied the chamber yet. So why would Kendrick?
Yeah,
now,
they both still got clips left.
Now before Pusha T announced that he has Adonis as his child. Was Drake actually like with Adonis? Like obviously he didn't post him on social media or anything, but was he with Adonis, so hanging out with him?
That was what I took away as the alleged difference between the daughter and Adonis is that Adonis was one that he was
actively
taking care for. I don't know if.
But is it true though?
I don't know.
Or is it one of those play? Oh, he called him out. Now I have to take care of this child.
Pusha T made it sound like. Didn't he say he moved?
He called him a deadbeat.
Her and the kid to France and was like paying for it. So like,
well, no, she is French or she's she's European.
So like he kind of hid her and the child over there.
Yeah, from
whereas
the
Kendrick is claiming that
which I think is fucked up.
Yeah,
the hella fucked
obviously.
up.
He's claiming that this girl
this girl
is
a girl that is legit his child that he has simply
not
paid hush money, cash aside, and that's it. Like I don't see you, I don't hang out with you.
And if that's the thing, then that's
what I was
crazy.
Gonna say, bro.
If that happens, Kendrick won this battle. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
Pay them all, bro.
But we also equally need to hear the evidence of
that's
Kendrick
what I'm saying.
with the domestic abuse allegations.
That too.
It all needs to be. Look, until receipts are dropped, like a lot of that shit is hard to gather what's real and what's not.
Let me ask the question before we get to Not Like Us and wrap things up. How important are receipts? Because to me, I think they are important.
I think they're very important
because when you're this tight in status, again, if it's Joyner Lucas versus Tory Lanez, I don't give a fuck. Listen, if you said some wild shit that's wrong, I don't care. But when you are two gods that are bigger than hip-hop culture, that hip-hop culture already has these negative connotations outside of it, I always want hip-hop to be presented in the best light possible because I value its overall contributions. So I want it that way. So I don't want these guys to tear themselves with false allegations because we all know when you stick a label on somebody, people remember the accusation, but they don't remember the verdict. Yeah, unless it's guilty.
When these are the things that are alleged, though, you have to hold the can. Like you can't just ignore it.
That's unignorable. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's like I don't like. I think evidence and receipts is important in this battle.
It is.
I don't think it decides this battle, but I do think that both Kendrick and Drake.
It does.
I think the only thing he need receipts for, honestly, is the pedophilia shit. Because honestly, I don't give a fuck if Drake had 20 kids and wasn't taking care of none of them niggas. It's 100 baby mamas y'all know out here with deadbeat dads that ain't taking care of their kids. We don't give a fuck. We need to know if he really a pedophile. That's my main thing. I don't give a fuck about no dog.
If they just said this shit about each other and then it just falls to the wayside and then nothing happens, then it's like that opens the floodgates.
Okay, but wasn't there already proof?
I could drop a diss track about Amer and say that he's a pedophile and
about Drake being a pedophile. Wasn't already proof?
It wouldn't matter. So people would. Yeah, it's Tyler. But like,
hold on, let me see.
Then there's no basis on what people believe or not. Like that's where I think that like I'm not saying either of them are right or wrong or in the clear at this moment. But if neither of them drop receipts, then what they said either becomes hearsay or it becomes believable to the point where this is the reason you don't listen to these people. That's why receipts are important because it needs to prove who's actually telling the truth in this situation. Because otherwise, you could, if you want to either believe them then you have to write both of them off, or you don't believe them, and you just accept what they did and keep listening to them.
It literally says right here, a post from 2019 on January 6th. Drake seen kissing and fondling a 17-year-old girl in a 2010 concert video.
We already know about that.
That's what I mean, but that's a clear fact right there.
I mean,
that's one.
It is, but it's like we really about to trip about that right now? That shit happened right when his career started. So if that was really a factor that people really care about, he would have been canceled.
How old is Drake?
Cancel culture.
At the same time, the
that,
general public.
And the thing, I'm not defending this. I want y'all to know. I'm not defending this. But when I watched the video,
the public may not be aware of
right,
it the way that
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I watched the video. I'm not excusing this whatsoever, but I did not see him kiss her on the lips, and I'm not seeing a little just cheek, and I think he kissed her on the forehead. That's all I seen. That's all I seen. Was it some weird shit? Yes, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, no.
But I'm not saying that's as far as a pedophile trying to meet a motherfucking 13-year-old at Walmart. That's two totally different things.
No, and that's
all I'm saying is,
and if that's the only thing they got, I don't see this being as effective as him just saying it.
All I'm saying is the man was 25 years old at that time, and you're kissing on a 17-year-old girl. That's a little weird. If you're doing that at that age, what are you doing now?
That is weird. It's weird.
It's weird. Regardless,
that's a little weird. I'm sorry.
It's definitely weird.
It's weird.
If she comes on,
it's crazy. Because I remember the video. When I remember the video, I swear I thought he gave her a few kisses first and then asked her age. But I don't know. Like, I swear I think that fucking what's that shit called? The Mandela effect. I think that should be real. Because I swear I be remembering shit totally different than how it happened. Yeah. But I did just see that video the other day. He definitely asked her if she was 17 and gave her the 3 kisses.
I didn't even know that was something people alluded to. I don't even remember that video, honestly.
I've seen it. I remember that.
Again, the question is, how important are receipts? Like, so
they're important.
Are you guys looking at? I agree it's important.
I think it's very important because if you're putting in a diss a lie, why are you even making the song? For what reason?
Yeah, because
there's no point. That's what I'm saying.
If that's a lie, bro, Kendrick lost immediately.
See, that's where I disagree. I
don't.
I disagree. If Kendrick is wrong and Drake doesn't,
that's
have
a big
daughter,
accusation, bro.
Right.
That's a huge
accusation. But I also
and
think
people just gonna believe it just because it's Kendrick, bro.
No, but I also think no, because people always want to believe the most sinister things. But
that's true.
It doesn't. I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I want to say it like
I mean,
that.
they're both sinister.
It doesn't determine the result because if you really think about Meet the Grams, Drake being a deadbeat dad is one of the nicest things Kendrick said in that record.
For real.
Keeping it a stat.
That's what I'm saying. That's literally what I'm saying. I want to know about the pedophilia. Fuck all this deadbeat shit. I want to know if the pedophilia is worse than what I think it is.
That's where I don't see your point in that receipts don't matter. Because
or that being that at all.
If it's all lies, then what's the fucking point?
I mean, you saw the way he was acting with that one interview. What was her name again?
Bobby L.
Bobby? Bro, he was acting mad weird with her. I can't even lie to you.
I mean,
what's wrong? What you mean?
She's like in her 20s.
Isn't she like, how old is she?
She's in her 20s.
Yeah, she's also mad, corny, and overrated and all that.
Bro, she has a husband.
Hey,
not anymore.
Bobby is a Kid Cudi of
I don't like her, bro. I don't like her.
No, actually, I don't want to disrespect Kid Cudi like that.
She's such an industry player, bro.
I like Bobby.
She's boring as fuck.
No, bro.
I think she's cool. I think she just socially
awkward. I don't hate her either, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
The point is
she's a culture vulture. She's a culture vulture. Yes, I can admit that. But
how can you say that without receipts?
If we gonna cancel her, we gotta cancel Post Malone.
She's not being real. She's mad overrated in her looks. I don't see what she brings to the table.
She doesn't bring anything to the table.
Besides the point, we're talking about receipts.
Ugly.
But think about it though. You can't say she ain't bring nothing to the table because obviously Drake gave her viewers and her image and shit and all that. But she still was interviewing rappers after that. She didn't have to. She already got the clout. She could have just went back to her crowd.
But she got lucky though. She literally popped up out of nowhere.
It don't matter if she got lucky. She using her luck and still putting niggas. I'm not saying she putting niggas on, but she giving them a platform that everybody is talking about. Is she not?
Because you're not really on TikTok like that either, right?
Bro, y'all can't lie. She went after the Drake interview. After the Drake interview, everybody had eyes on her. So for her to keep interviewing rappers, I don't see that as a bad thing.
No disrespect to her.
16 in Moravia right now, and I find a bitch cuter than Bobby.
No, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not gonna talk
not-
about.
But
what
I ain't
I-
saying she bad.
all I'm saying-
she cute to me, but
all
she ain't
I'm
bad.
saying-
We're talking about receipts.
All right. All I'm
Back on
saying
receipts,
is, okay, I'm not gonna talk bad about her, obviously.
I
But all I'm saying is, that's where you mess. Anyway, I ain't talking bad about her, but to the point how you are interviewing people, it's to me it's boring. Oh really? Oh okay, cool. Like
Yeah, and like
you're boring as fuck.
and
I'm
her
sorry.
name of her podcast is really what is it? The Really Good Podcast. What a
The
fucking
Really
boring
Trash
ass-
Podcast.
But
It
it
was
match her
terrible.
personality, don't it? It's just a basic name, basic title for a
you
basic
being
bitch.
You being
No
a Twitter
offense.
guy, like you that matches with the look. It doesn't. Fuck her. Why are we talking about her? The
I don't
point
know.
is, we're talking about receipts.
Right. Listen, all I know
They both
is
need receipts on both
fuck
fucking
these
ends, or else
niggas,
all
Bobby.
this shit is invalid.
feel free to call a nigga. That's all I'm saying.
And you got your number one fan right here.
Yeah.
There you go.
I
I
could go.
don't even watch the bitch.
I'll step out. I'll step outside right now, and I'll find the exact same girl right there.
That's all I'm saying. Thank you.
Like literally, bro, just basic blonde.
Thank Thank you.
They're
bro.
everywhere, bro.
Thank
There's
you.
millions.
Y'all want to
of
get
them.
back on topic or no?
All right, yeah.
Okay, we could get off that chubby cheek bitch, but what I want to say
I've been
is,
trying to do
You
that,
you
but
wrong,
that's
man.
okay.
You're
Okay,
wrong.
but-
Yeah, you wrong.
Let that one out.
what I want to say, what I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
say is this.
No, the host about to get kicked off his own show. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, the hoes are defending Bobby. All right, let's see it.
I
Let's see
mean,
it.
I'm sure they would.
Put a comment in this video if you support Bobby and what she's doing. Keep it moving. Last record we
That's
gotta get
crazy.
to. Cozy.
Cozy.
All right. Last record we gotta get to. Not Like Us. This to me, y'all are sleeping on.
What's
this.
trash?
It's not.
It's not trash by any means.
not
I don't
trash.
think it's that good.
It's a bop, but it's not a.
It's one of
It's
the
not- it's not-
best.
I don't
It's
think
not
it's
the best
that
diss
good.
record.
It's not the best.
Hey,
diss,
listen.
yeah.
If I had to pick two diss tracks, one from Drake, one from Kendrick, I'm putting fucking Euphoria versus Family Matters. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
If you disagree, fuck.
I-
it.
You're not putting
and
Meet
I-
the Grams.
and I
That's
know,
crazy.
And I think,
That's crazy.
And
I'm
I
not.
think the
It's Meet the
undisputed top
Meet the
three,
Grams.
top four.
Nah.
I think the undisputed top three, top four includes Not Like Us and Meet the Grams.
Hey, listen, Kendrick. I fucks with Not Like Us. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I'm trying to learn how to
it's a
crip.
banger.
I don't even gang bang. I'm
banger.
trying to learn how to crip walk right now so I can get with the
I
program.
don't even think it's that good.
I'm not lying. I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe a blood walk or
It's a-
something.
it's
I'm
a
trying
good
to
song.
figure it out. But I'm gonna get it.
No, it's a good song, but not a good
This
diss.
shit's a
Alright,
banger, but
why is
as
it
a
not
diss
good?
track, Meet the Grams is better than Not Like Us as a,
No,
as
I
a
dis-
diss.
As a diss,
As a
that
diss.
bitch was a
I don't
toe
think it was
shot.
better as a
That wasn't
No,
even a leg
not
shot.
as a song, but
I
as
don't
a
think it was
diss.
better as a diss neither though.
No, hell no.
Bro,
Because
Not Like-
the
Not-
idea
Not
behind
Like Us,
the
bro, I'm gonna be
idea
banging that shit all fucking summer, bro.
The idea behind Meet the Grams is unmatched compared to any song that dropped in this motherfucking Lil Feud and any diss that ever dropped. Period. I think
Meet
that's
the
the
Grams
greatest
was the
idea
best.
I've ever heard for
Yeah,
a diss track.
100%.
Period.
Hey, I want to collect my W's while I can. Remember, you and I were having the 8 Mile Drake, right?
Yes, sir.
We were talking about Drake's 8 Mile himself. We had an argument. Drake is often bringing up this child shit to 8 Mile himself, and so you and I were having a conversation.
Hold on, before you say that, when did he bring up a child prior to this
The child stuff.
Oh,
Not the
okay. Oh, you talking
predator
pedophilia.
stuff.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
pedophilia. Yeah, sorry. I should clarify because Drake's got different allegations. All
I told you that was gonna be an angle too. Remember the first podcast I came on here? I'm like, one of the angles that Kendrick could take is the kids or him
Which-
being associated and
yeah.
involved with kids.
I
Which
agree
is-
with that. Hold on.
I knew that was gonna come. That was too obvious.
But,
Yeah, that
but
was
what,
obvious.
what you said is that shit is null and void because Drake brought up first. My argument.
I don't think I
my
saw it.
argument was. I'll pull up receipts.
That's fine.
My argument was because we established the receipts are important, so I'll pull up receipts. But what happened?
Yes.
What happened with this is that me and him were having an argument, and basically he was saying because Drake brought it up, Kendrick bringing it up wouldn't hit as hard, and I was like, yeah, and I was like, you're wrong, because there's certain levels to like what you bring up. Like Eminem brought up in 8 Mile, I'm poor and I'm white. And it's like, okay, those are two things that, like, yeah, you can diss a motherfucker on, but, like, they're not child pedophilia. They're not murder. They're not, like, these, like, top
That's
tier,
a
like.
fact.
Right.
So there's levels to it. So we agreed to disagree on that. Kendrick's A minor bar
Fire.
gonna.
Fire.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like you acted like him bringing that up couldn't work. It worked tremendously.
It works for it works because the song is a banger already, and when people sing that, that's gonna be stuck in their head.
Yeah,
but the thing
exactly.
is, if we find out that Drake is not a pedophile, the song is not about to hit like that. He got way too many pedophile lines for us to figure out that he's not a pedophile.
But that goes in.
That's gonna be.
No shit.
It's gonna undermine that totally.
The only thing I hate about that bar is I hate when Kendrick does the extends
no,
it
that shit was
so
fire.
for like
He
10
drags
seconds,
it
bro.
Pretty long.
It's too long, bro. Just
but-
like
I don't think
how
so.
Drake extended.
I think the free bar with Drake
Huh?
that Drake said on
Yeah,
Family
Day
Matters
Free.
was way longer than the A minor for sure.
I agree.
But
Yeah.
I like the A minor bar. That shit was fire.
it's fire, but when you extend
And
that
I
for
don't
10
think he-
seconds,
I don't think he said it that long, though,
One
to
thing
be
to point
honest.
out about that, it's kind of again, I guess we're stepping back a little bit, but to Family Matters when he has that for free, or day free line, in that whole whatever that stanza, he says for free, which is
Yeah.
that's
free.
also an allude to
Drake
Kendrick.
extended that bar. Drake extended way too long because he at the end he was going.
Well, I thought he did it with some good personality, which I thought.
No, I'm not hating on. I'm not hating on either of the bars. I just hate when they do that shit. It's
But
Bro.
my
don't
point
try
was,
to be like, yeah, come on.
my point was with that is like again, there's levels to like. That's what works for Kendrick is like, yeah, you can say that he's attacking angles that have already been attacked, but if he does it at an elite level, at a different level, it will still work.
You know, I can agree with that. Because honestly, now I think about it, because I watch a lot of battle rap. I know y'all, nobody not about to know what I'm talking about, but
Yeah,
if
we
you watch this, you'll know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. If you watch Danny Myers versus Mike P's second round, everybody always talk about how Danny Myers' wife was a crackhead, this, that, and the third, but nobody in the world executed it like Mike P. So I can see what you're saying now. So it can be effective depending on how you play it.
Depending on how you play.
Depending on how you
That
play it.
was
So
always my
I'm gonna
point.
take back what I said. You right on that one. I'm gonna give you that.
So, Not Like Us is a banger. That shit gonna
That
go
shit-
10
that
times
shit's a
platinum
fucking
on the
banger.
West Coast.
That
It's
shit's
a
a
banger.
banger.
It's not gonna stay in rotation around here because we not West Coast. Me, I like to travel, so I know.
I don't know you watch battle rap.
I know I'm good. I know I'm good on
They
the
were
West
talking
Rebel,
about they're already trying to get the
Rebel
beat
the
for rap
Arsenal?
games or for
You like him?
for basketball
Arsenal the
games.
Rebel, whatever his name is.
Bro,
They're already trying to get the beat.
that's
playing
as long as
between
you
I gotta
go
show you
10
him.
platinum, whether we ever hear it in Michigan again or not.
You
We
can
will.
like
I don't know
it.
that.
We
I
will.
don't.
Well,
I
wait,
thi-
what
I
was the
think
question? I'm
that
sorry.
song sticks around out of
Yeah,
all
that
these.
song- Not Like Us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think Euphoria is still the best one he's dropped.
I think it's better.
I
but I
mean,
think Not Like Us is top 3.
You think it's
Out of
I
the actual songs, I think that Mr. Grams is a better diss, but I think that Not Like Us is a better song.
Well, yeah,
Meet the Grams is a good diss for sure.
yeah. That's
I'm talking about. Okay, you think Euphoria is the better diss over Meet the Grams?
I don't think it's a better diss. I'm saying like how it sounds. It sounds better.
Oh, to me, I'm going for the blood, the punches, and the jabs. I'm not going for what sounds
if
better.
We're talking the disses.
If we're
Yeah,
talking
I agree with
disses,
that.
It's Family
But to
Matters and
me-
Meet the Grams to me.
to me,
For disses,
616 was literally at the bottom. I did not even like it.
No, I know, and that's what we were
It
talking
was
about
trash.
too.
I
And
love that shit.
all right,
That's
and
backpack rap.
this also
No, it was just something he
this
piled
also
up just to
alludes
go back to
something
back.
that I
bro.
was saying the other day too. Is that
You get your point off. I'll be right back. We're still potting. Intermission for me. Keep
all
going.
right? So that it was Drake or Kendrick dropping Meet the Grams was reactionary to Drake dropping Family Matters. In that, why would he drop 616 at 9 a.m. if he planned on dropping his Meet the Grams shit at midnight?
Mhm.
It had to have been reactionary. It was a half hour after midnight. Drake dropped at midnight. Midnight's always the time to
It was
drop.
faster than a half hour.
Yeah, or faster
Yeah,
than that.
honestly.
So point being is like it was clearly reactionary for Kendrick to drop that. Not that he was like not ready. He was already ready, I think, but for Drake to drop that, I don't know if he heard it first and said, "Okay, this is ready to roll. Let's get that shit out." But clearly it was reactionary for Kendrick to drop that in whether I think it played to his favor, obviously, because it drowned Drake shit out.
I think, I don't know.
It did. You talking about Meet the
It didn't,
Grams?
like,
You talking about Meet the
drown it out
Grams?
completely, but
Yeah, I was about to say because when I looked the next day, like Family Matters still had more
no,
views.
it was up. Yeah, like it didn't like drown it out like numbers wise or whatever. But
I honestly don't think either disc can. If they both drop at the same time, whether one drops first or another drops after, even if they both drop, that's just the main focus. So it's just I don't think either one of them can drown the other one out.
Yeah. No matter what, they would have both still hit as hard. But I'm saying drowning out in the fact of like, all right, think about like the consumption of media. It's like, do you have 90% of the media focused on Drake, or is it now a 50-50 split to this and that? You know what I mean? So I'm saying it just takes whether one did it first to the other or whatever, it takes light off the other person, which is a smart move in the case of beef with each other.
Before we end this podcast, I have a prediction. I think they're both going to drop by tomorrow night. I think they're both dropping by tomorrow night.
Drake said he's going on vacation on Family Matters.
He did say that.
That don't matter. He's still going to drop.
I didn't even catch that.
I'm scared of that. I don't want Drake to go on vacation. If he goes on vacation,
it's an L.
First of all,
he's going
Drake,
to Turks and Caicos to find his daughter.
I'm waiting for him
because the clock is real, right? We've established that the clock actually matters.
I don't. But right.
Point, right?
That's fine. You can say that. But how many battles have we gotten into to where one person dropped 3 fucking tracks in 1 weekend? Never.
Listen,
so like, there's no time limit on this at this point.
Hold on. Listen, Drake. Drake. I love Drake.
I ain't established no clock. I'm just going off what the masses was saying. The masses was agreeing with Act.
No, hold on.
Unlike you, the masses was agreeing with Act. They gave both of these niggas clocks, and I'm saying I'm disagreeing with that at this point. That's all I'm saying.
No. Okay.
All I'm saying is, Drake, you don't need a fucking vacation. Your house is 35,000 square feet. You're at a vacation.
You can go on vacation.
Get the fuck out of here. You don't need no fucking vacation.
Definitely don't need no vacation.
You don't need a vacation.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know. Drake has been the only rapper that consistently been putting in work.
You don't need a vacation, my guy. Your house is a vacation spot.
Yeah,
why does he need a vacation?
That's your vacation.
Of all rappers, Drake's been on vacation the most.
Are you crazy?
I guarantee.
Bro, are we
forgetting about DJ Khaled?
He's the most consistent rapper. How does he not need a vacation?
I guarantee you, Drake's spare bedroom versus master bedroom, there's a difference in temperature. That's all I'm saying.
That man probably didn't discover the house.
The man's mattress is $250,000, bro.
You don't think niggas get bored in that bitch?
Hell no.
Why?
You have everything you need.
You speaking from your perspective, but I'm pretty sure
man's got his own restaurant, bro.
I agree.
If you was a big niggas get bored. It don't matter the level at which you at. Niggas get bored. Period.
I'm sorry. If I had that money and that square footage of a house, I promise you I wouldn't be bored.
I'm sure that's what you think until you get the money.
Dude's got his own restaurant.
We get the pot at that level.
Yeah, once we get to we'll see.
No,
because I see a lot of celebrities doing a lot of bored shit all the fucking time.
Yeah, I agree.
All the time.
I agree.
Man's got his own fucking basketball court, his own restaurant, his own fucking bar, his own swimming pool, movie theater. How the fuck are you bored? Nah, bro. Fuck that. I'm sorry.
Bro.
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't know because I'm not a billionaire, but I'm pretty sure they get bored too.
What did we wake up saying the last couple days? God damn it, another beautiful day in paradise.
Yeah,
bro. I swear to God, we went to the one of the like in my. I don't travel like that, so I come from parents like they don't take vacations, so like I've inherited that naturally. I don't do the vacation shit, so I did it. Went to Cancun. Time of my life, beautiful weather, beautiful scenery, beautiful
you get sick
people,
of it after a while.
Everything was beautiful, bro. Yeah. Exactly.
That's what we kept saying.
We literally woke up saying,
yeah.
"God damn, another beautiful day in paradise."
Look, I'm talking shit. I'm just making fun of the fact of like, yeah, he does live in one of the most beautiful homes probably on the planet. Honestly.
Well, what's crazy is we were
looking it up today.
He has like one of the smallest places in his neighborhood,
which is crazy.
That shit is crazy. Drake broke,
which is crazy.
I'm starting here.
Look, I'll get y'all hip after this. There's this whole video that breaks down all the shit he had to go through to get that house built. People in the neighborhood were protesting against him. People did not want him to build that house. There's some shit about
and
that.
honestly,
I don't want sexual predators.
We looked up a bunch of like celebrities that live next to him. Freaking Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen apparently lived there.
Subaka.
Prince lived there, and then that one guy from Shark Tank, I forgot his name.
I can't believe Prince was in that neighborhood. I can't believe Prince is in the same area.
He's from Croatia. He's literally Balkan. I forgot his name.
Yeah, but Prince.
Shout out.
You're saying Prince lived in Drake's neighborhood, or
yeah,
too?
yeah. He lived on Bridle. He lived on Bridle Path. Yeah.
I didn't think they would. I mean,
ever cross paths.
Drake's whole shit or Prince's whole shit was in Minnesota.
Yeah, it was his second home.
That's why I'm saying, like, did they ever like just?
But
cross
also
paths?
second home in Canada is lame. I'm sorry. I got
Yeah,
family in
that's
Canada.
Man, that's what I'm saying too. You think a
that's a-
motherfucker really? He
that's a
keep coming to
weird
America
place
for a
to
reason.
go.
I wouldn't want to listen. He was born
bro.
and raised in Canada.
Hey,
I
bro.
don't think he want to be there that bad. I think he
that's-
just got a crib that just says that's home.
I know. Drake,
that's the only reason.
I know Drake hates Kendrick, but I know he hates more than Kendrick not being able to go to his LA mansion. I know that to be fact. Bro, you know how sick I'd be if I had like a $40 million home in LA and I couldn't touch that bitch right now because it's just
Drake
too
can
hot.
get there. He's fine.
I wouldn't
I'd
be
sell that
surprised
bitch.
if we seen in the news within the next 2 months that Drake
I'd
just
call
sold
a
his
realtor
home
right
in
now.
LA.
Hey,
I
listen,
would not be
sell that
surprised
house.
at all.
Look, I'm not saying I'm like I'm not in the streets of LA. I don't know what's going on, but LA is big enough. Drake can fly into the airport and make it to his fucking mansion there. Like,
No, Drake's.
That's what I'm saying.
Drake could have an airport in his fucking house.
Right, type shit. That's what I'm saying. If Drake go to LA,
Also
he
Taylor
gonna
Swift
have to
shit.
come
He
with
go
at
to
least
the
about a
kitchen.
good $2 million. You know what I'm saying?
you
You gonna have
gotta
to.
have something on.
You gotta break some
And
people
that
off.
gambling
'cause-
addiction real. No.
But no, let's
You
get
gotta
back to
break
it.
some people off,
Before
I
we
think.
get off, I want to know everyone's favorite track so far.
Everyone's favorite track.
From
and
Like
Score.
That all the way to
Not Score, because Score got fucked up. I'm not gonna lie.
which one?
Scorecard got fucked up
Yes,
because
that's
I
what I'm
don't know. I don't
How we
know
gonna
what's
put a
round
time
one or
card on that
what's
motherfucker?
No,
round
just
five.
Going in order.
No, just favorite track.
diss track.
Diss tracks and who's winning right now.
No, number one favorite diss track. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well
Who
start
wants
with
to
the
start?
host.
The hostess with the mostest. I'm going Euphoria. It was the most entertaining / substance wise because I think an important part, like if you want to mention Meet the Grams is your number one, I would disagree, but I get it because like a diss track is supposed to be substance over everything else. But I think Euphoria did that combination of entertaining plus substance plus execution. So I go Euphoria with an honorable mention to Not Like Us. I think those are the top two. Maybe
Okay.
Family Matters.
All right,
Something
Amer.
like that.
Pretty obvious. Meet the Grams. Disrespectful, funny as fuck. Loved it. That's all I gotta say. Kendrick's winning.
I
There
can't
you go.
imagine
Right.
laughing at that song.
Family Matters,
Bro.
possibly about to go down as the greatest diss of all time, in my opinion. Definitely putting it over
That's
Hit 'Em Up,
crazy.
like I said. I'm standing on that. Feel free to comment if you got a problem with that, and if you got a problem with that, you can follow me on Twitter, Birdie, 3 R's,
Birdie Bayer.
Birdie by Air, 3 R's.
Adi?
Right. Adi.
That motherfucker
I'm
talking tough
going-
for the motherfucker in a blanket.
I'm
Comfortable, dog.
He feeling like Drake right now.
What Jay said, I'm comfortable, dog.
I'm
Where you
going.
at?
I'm going also with Family Matters right now. But the thing is, right now, I think Kendrick's in the lead as of right now. Because
Do you think it's insurmountable, or do you think Drake can come back?
Drake can come back. I think Drake can come back.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, Drake
anybody
can for
can
sure
come
come back. Like all.
I want actual opinions.
Yeah. No, right now, Kendrick in the lead. Dre needs to drop. You need to fire back now. Because if you don't, you're taking the L right now.
So if he goes on vacation, it's over.
I mean, he could still drop it on vacation. He can get people
But
going.
like I
going on
said-
vacation implies that you don't
Actually,
work.
no. You know what? That is kind of a point. Is like, vacation for them. The studio comes with them. Like,
Exactly.
It does.
You're right. You're right. But going on vacation implies that you're not.
that you're not.
That's what I was
that
thinking.
you're not gonna do nothing, right? Well,
Chris,
shit. I
and
don't
then
know.
All right.
favorite
He has the
record,
diss gun.
and then score,
Yeah.
or
To
not score, but who's
finish
winning?
for me, it's Meet the Grams personally.
Crazy. I don't think-
I'll give
I
a
don't think-
very close honorable mention to Family Matters.
Mm-hmm.
But Meet the Grams, one thing that I really stand by is you listen to that, it sounds fucking scary. It sounds like
Sinister.
it sounds sinister. And
Yeah.
that's something that like I love in this beef because it's all been like it's been very, lighthearted and whatever. That was the first time that I was like, this sounds like someone's actually coming for blood.
Like,
I
and
love
then
that shit.
I didn't know this until yesterday. Alchemist fucking produced it.
Yeah, no, we figured, or we talked about that the first night when we were listening to it and shit.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
the fact that Al produced it, but Elk did not give that beat to him for the diss. Kendrick just had that beat. So that's another thing. But the fact that you do have Alchemist on there, and Kendrick has a good run through all of these disses of producer. Yeah. Like the producer credits, because he had.
It's been a lot of Soundwave. It's been a lot of Cardo, but that's what you expect.
Cardo too, yeah.
Like when Birdie said Family Matters is in his top 10, dude, Meet the Grams is in my top 10 right now. That diss is mad disrespectful. You brought up this man's whole entire family.
Like I said, that's the best idea. 100%. I just want everybody to know that that's the best idea for a diss I've ever heard in my entire life.
So
he literally went down the line.
The back for you is to
me the diss was just too
the validity of the information.
No, that's not my problem at all. Because I mean, it's only everybody gonna take the angles that he took for Drake. My problem was the actual disses that he was like saying to each and every person was just super standard. Like, I know you want him to die. I know that.
I don't think so. I don't think when you look at Meet the Grams, I don't think you look. I was. That's to me one of the lines that I know that sits with me the most is like, oh, like you took it like I want you to die. Like, think about it. Not many people say that in rap beat. Motherfuckers disrespect each other. They say you think you ain't shit. Blah,
but say you
bro. So die. You don't. But so in rap beef, do motherfuckers not talk about killing each other all the time? And if so, which I know you about to say yes, wouldn't that apply that they want their opposition to die?
No,
they don't have to say I want you to die. But if I say I'm gonna shoot you, I'm pretty sure I want you to die.
No, but you know what it is.
Think about how it's said. Though,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
But the thing he said it
flat out says, "I think
you need to die." Like that's crazy.
That's really crazy though. Like y'all really think that's crazy?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe I watch too much fucking battle rap. That's just super standard
because
to me.
Because you know what it is
the way you tell it.
I don't want to be like, I'm not trying to be.
He
like
didn't say it in no crazy way
by this, but when you talk about like wanting to shoot somebody, like, bro, how many people?
It's a different. No, I'm not
how
saying.
How many people actually?
I say I'm about to spin your block and blow your fucking head off. That's damn near synonymous with saying I want you to fucking die.
I agree.
But this is coming from a mainstream diss. You see what I'm saying?
It don't matter if it's mainstream or not. Any diss from any type of level, motherfuckers are going to talk about killing each other. So I'm going to assume that they want each other to die.
But we've heard spin the block, I'm going to shoot you before.
That's what I'm saying.
You haven't heard nobody say I want you to die?
I want you to die. Like,
that shit is so fucking basic and whack. Like,
you're right in that sense.
That shit, I can see if it was some layered shit. Like if he said that, it had like different meanings in it. But it's just so straightforward and bland and basic and generic.
People don't put it out flat like that. Like, because it's always like, oh, because of what you did, X, Y, and Z. It's not just, I want you to die for the fact of being you. I don't like you,
who you are
or
as
your
a person.
presence on this.
Like,
basically,
you surprised about that after he just said everything he hated about the nigga the fucking 2 songs before?
I'm not surprised by it, but I'm saying it still
but there's still
right.
there's still that. There's still that.
All right, do you see Drake saying that to Kendrick? I don't.
I don't, because that's such a basic, boring, fucking generic ass bar. I don't even want to hear him say that shit.
Listen, Birdie.
I don't want to hear him say that shit. I want to hear Drake say, I'm about to spin the block and make you do a 360
and he's
when I
not.
shoot this big
He's
ass
not.
AK.
But he's not.
Or some shit like that.
But he's not.
I don't want to hear no,
but
I
he's
want
not.
you dead.
But he's not.
I think you should die.
You know what Drake's gonna do?
I think you're the worst human being to ever live.
Drake's gonna send his shooter.
Like that's damn near what I'm hearing. Like,
but when you,
I think you should think about your actions.
No, but when you
like, that's what this shit sound like to me.
When you imply that with the following line,
like,
listen. When you imply that with the following line, which is implying the Predator stuff and the Harvey Weinstein stuff and all of that. When you tie it in with the next line, like you're looking at it as like that is something that like is different. When you're saying I want you to die because of these, like it's just it's different. And agree disagree. I don't want to get stuck on it too much.
I don't want to get stuck on it either. But if you elaborating that the fact he's saying that he should die because Kendrick thinks he's a pedophile, that is the most basic, generic thought that you can put out there being Kendrick fucking Lamar. You're a Kendrick Lamar.
So
build on that.
To think of a creative way for him to die?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that doesn't, it doesn't make sense.
What don't make sense?
So you want him to just put it in a different way.
That Kendrick saying that he want him to die because he's a pedophile, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Because I see that shit on Twitter every fucking day. What's the cure for pedophilia? You will see a picture of a fucking gun with ammo in it. Why? Because they want pedophiles to die. That's common fucking. That's a common thing.
But
that's nothing new. That's nothing sweet.
Clever?
That's nothing different. There's nothing different about it.
You're right, but that's on the same token. That's what makes it different. That's what makes it more menacing. Like when you talk spinning the block on your ops, and this is a white person speaking, so whatever. But when you talk about spinning the block on your ops, it's like okay, we've heard that shit so many times. So like we know. Yes,
you heard that so many times, but I'm just I was saying a generic line, but I'm saying he's saying it different. All right, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm just saying
because you know what you're saying. You've heard it before. You want them dead, just like you want them dead off the pedophilia. But there's a difference between wanting somebody dead off of like there's just more of a and I can't accurately explain him in I can't put into words what this means, right? But what I'm saying is that when it comes to wanting to spin the block on your ops, cool, we've heard that a million times. Wanting somebody to die of pedophilia is in general, like everybody should want pedophiles to die. I don't think that's a hot take.
No,
but it's different. It's different because it's a different angle, a different rationale. What's been more desensitized, unfortunately, is spinning blocks on ops. That's been more desensitized.
Okay, you keep going to the spin a block line. I was just saying a line. I'm not saying.
Okay, I think we need to have a separate pod for this.
We do it. We probably do, but
it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
But like I'm saying, all I'm saying is, bro, like that's for Kendrick Lamar, bro. That's pretty basic, bro. Like you could have. I don't know, bro.
Adi, what do you
that
think?
shit just not crazy.
Sometimes though, what makes Drake great?
I know what you mean. You think it's simple but effective. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I just think
I
it's
want to
simple.
hear Adi's part.
Fair.
Adi, what do you think about Kendrick telling Drake's mom and dad, your son should die?
Even though he wasn't really talking to nobody, he was just rapping.
I think wishing death
said,
on
"Dear
anybody.
Sandra, sit down.
Was
I gotta tell you something."
Talking to Sandra though? Was Sandra there? No, nigga. It's just a song.
but that's
It don't
the
matter,
purpose.
but that's the whole point of the
purpose.
song.
I get that, but what I'm saying,
The idea is fucking complex. Yes, I get it. He was talking to the family. I get that. What I'm saying is there was nothing crazy what he was saying to them. If you just think about what he's just saying, yes, I get it. You saying that he's saying it to a specific person. I get that.
But how many? Yeah,
How the fuck is your granddad should have wore a condom? Sweet. That shit is whack. That shit is basic fucking bars. I could have wrote this shit in the 6th grade. Dead ass. I'm dead ass serious. I could have wrote this shit in the 6th grade.
Well,
not like that. Not the idea part.
Yeah, no,
but just saying
that's
that's not crazy,
Okay,
bro.
I'm just speaking.
Wearing condoms is overrated.
Hold up. I'm just speaking from as far as, okay, if that happened to you, would you take it as disrespect?
I would take it. Yes, I would take it as disrespect, obviously, bro. But what I'm saying is, y'all are gassing it like it's just some crazy. But I loved when Twitter was digging into like the layers of like, let's say 616. It's not just a surface level thing to understand. You can actually dig into that and see it means this, right. It means that, it means this, it means that. That's crazy. Saying you should die to somebody you have beef with is not crazy. There's nothing crazy about that. There's nothing. There's nothing.
But just like Drake,
I get what you're saying.
Like,
I get what you're saying. But
there are certain things that are.
And I'm not saying lyrical deposition is always the craziest neither.
No, but I think
no.
But I disagree with that because I think one of Drake's strong points is his ability to be simplistic. Like his ability to say what he said. Like Kendrick, what works for him is that as his diss tracks drop, they age.
Did you just fall down the stairs?
They age like you pick up more.
Right, that's not one of the lines though. Do you think?
What works for Drake is simplicity. So that line is a simplistic line.
I don't think Drake be having simplistic lines like that. And even if Drake did have a simplistic line, Drake is not Kendrick Lamar. So we're not expecting Drake to have the most
What did you pick
dissecting?
What did you pick up new from Family Matters that you didn't on a second listen?
What did I pick up from Family Matters that I didn't on the second listen?
Yeah, because first
it's a 7-minute song, so I can't really just think of one line.
I'll shoot you bail first time, obviously, but by two
I
times
don't even know where you're getting with this though.
No,
like,
but Euphoria, you're saying, oh,
because I literally just told you, like, I can expect a simple line from Drake. I'm saying
exactly.
Kendrick
That's what I'm saying.
Lamar. I'm talking about Kendrick Lamar. I don't know why we getting back Drake. Kendrick Lamar.
Because that line is a Drake-ish line where it's simplistic. It's not meant.
You're not about to fool me and think that he was just rapping like that just because he rapping to Drake.
All right,
I'm not buying.
We're getting too far into this. No. This is for a completely different.
No.
We got to.
But let's get back to on topic. I know we're about to end the show.
Back on topic.
I agree.
We can bring that up in another cast.
I don't want to keep because we go in on that.
We're going too long.
I think it's at that point where it's agreed.
But what I was gonna say is like wishing death on someone is crazy though. Like that's disrespectful as fuck. Like even if you hate the person so much, you don't say that shit.
Personally, I would never.
Shit's gonna come back to you.
I would never say
like,
that.
Shit's gonna come back to you, bro.
No,
like it always.
That's just
not always true.
But I feel you on the sense of like it is different when you're saying if you're gonna spin the block and whatever, but directly saying I think you should die, like.
But no, hold on, no. But you're missing
the point.
You know
what's cold that Kendrick said, and I'm glad he pointed this out. Remember he said in Euphoria, something about a headshot. You better
walk out like Daft Punk.
That's hard,
no,
nigga.
That was
that's
hard.
Fucking hard, nigga.
Yes.
That's some shit you think like, oh damn, like this.
Yeah, that's a better bar for sure.
You feel
100%.
me? Like, but that's some shit like clearly you can take from this line. He wants to kill this man,
right?
Not just know.
That's crazy.
I want you dead.
So why do you
I want you dead, Chris Fapples.
But okay, but listen. You're saying you like
that shit is just not crazy.
You're saying you like disrespectful like rap battles though, like you like watching them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in the diss track, he's literally telling his mother and his father, "Sit down. I think your son needs to fucking die." Like it. Just hear me out. You saying that in a diss track is low key kind of crazy. Like you're literally calling out the guy's parents and telling the parents your son needs to fucking die.
That shit is not crazy.
To me, it is.
I don't understand.
It is.
I don't get it. That shit is just overgas to me. Like that's just the most simple line you can get.
But do you see what I'm trying to say? It's Kendrick Lamar telling Drake's parents, "Your son needs to fucking die."
I understand the idea of it. We have to realize it's not like he's really sitting there talking to Drake's parents. We know that. I get the idea, but what I'm saying is, when it comes to this line, when it comes to the line that I've seen people, the lines that I've seen people single out, I wish you would die. I wish your grandfather wore a condom.
I don't give a fuck what other people single out because that record is personal.
I'm just saying. When I see people,
I give a fuck what Drake thinks. I give a fuck.
We'll never know yet.
As a man, if you are sitting down my child, which I don't have right now, to my knowledge. If you're sitting down my child and you're saying your dad's a piece of shit.
Bro, y'all keep saying this like Kendrick really brought this nigga Adonis, Dennis, and fucking Sandra all in one room and literally was talking to him. It's just an idea, bro. The idea is
15
fire.
Years down the line, some kid at school is gonna say, "Hey, Adonis, you got this back in fucking
3 years from now."
That might be the case. That's anything with anybody who's famous.
They all hear it. So
and you really think Drake's mom hasn't heard the diss, bro? I'm sure she has. I'm sure.
They all can hear.
I'm sure people are blowing up.
You know who'd be more disrespectful than if Drake was my dad, right? You know who'd be more disrespectful
that would make a lot of sense.
You know who'd be more disrespectful than somebody telling me that Kendrick wants Drake to die? I think what would be more disrespectful is A$AP Rocky saying that he fucked my mom. That's disrespectful. That's what I think. That's what I think. If I heard that, I think I would be way more affected than a motherfucker who I know was his enemy wanted him to die.
Your mom or baby mom?
Okay.
Huh?
Your mom or baby mom? Is
my
that
mom.
what you're saying?
I'm saying if I'm Adonis and Drake is my father, and somebody at school told me, "Hey, Kendrick said that he wants your dad to die," as opposed to if I heard somebody told me, "Hey, A$AP Rocky fucked your mom," I think I'm going to be more mad at the motherfucker saying that somebody fucked my mom.
I can agree with that, obviously.
Okay, so I just think that saying somebody will die is not that effective.
But
knowing that they're beefing.
Since you're putting it that way, yes. The way you said that.
What I'm saying is that's not an effective line.
To me, it still is. But
it is because.
Let me ask you though, dude. If somebody walked up to you and said that your father's enemy wanted you to die, and one of your other father's enemies fucked your mom, which one would you be more offended by? I'm asking you, Chris Papples.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean,
why you saying that fast and that smooth?
I'm asking though. What you think?
I feel you.
Chris Papples?
100%. I understand that.
all right, let's wrap it up because we spent half an hour just on this alone.
We did because I didn't expect to go there. What I want to explain is the fact that put yourself in their position. Like me personally, if anybody talks to my mom, I know they're not sitting my mom in a room and talking to them.
I know you know that.
But if you act like you're talking to my mom, if you act like you're talking to my kid that I don't know is out there, you're like that's extreme disrespect. Like I would as a man, I would take that extremely personally. It's you know that Kendrick, you're not acting like, oh damn mama, why'd you go see Kendrick Lamar? You know I'm beefing with him. It's
I
not like
saying
it's
that.
not
I
like
hope
that.
nobody think I was getting at that.
I know, but what I'm just explaining my point is like it's not about like what he said. It's not about the fact that he's physically talking to her. It's about the fact that I'm
you're directing it.
You're making it seem like you're talking to one.
Yeah, you're directing it towards it.
I get that. What I'm saying is that line was weak. That's all I'm saying. I get the idea of the whole song.
Okay.
What I'm saying is just
anyways,
scorecard. So I know you got.
Oh, we're doing scorecards.
No, not scorecards.
Kendrick's winning as of right now, but I want Drake to win
right now.
Yeah, I got Kendrick.
I know you want Drake to win. So this is where I want to place the
going
question.
around.
I got Kendrick up.
Is it over or no?
It's not over.
Okay.
There's
Chris?
more.
No, it's not over. Absolutely
not over. Kendrick in the lead, right?
Right now.
Yeah, definitely not over. Kendrick definitely in the lead.
Not over Kendrick in the lead.
Whoa.
The nigga dropped 3
that.
fucking diss songs. How am I gonna say Drake is in the lead?
Okay,
yeah.
No, like, how are you?
If anything, listen. If we X out this last song, this little banger that he just dropped, I might could have still said Drake is up. But he just dropped a fucking banger, bro.
I just want to say that. So this podcast we are doing, and I'm not bullshitting here. This is on record so that people can pull up their receipts. We are going to do a group trip this year.
Facts.
And my idea was Toronto. But the fact that you said that Kendrick is in the we may have to keep it local. We may have to keep it United States because I thought we was gonna be good in Toronto off of Birdie.
We good Toronto. I'm calling top 5 everything. We going to Toronto.
I thought we was good. I thought we was good in Toronto. But
hey, y'all trying to go to Brittle Path?
That sounds like too much money to me.
For real.
We could drive a taxi to that shit.
Yeah, we could do that. Drake's house.
Have some photos.
Yeah, we can Uber through that and see Kendrick's house.
Can y'all imagine?
It's a lot cheaper to visit Weston Road.
Hey, can y'all imagine though? We drive past there and we just see Drake walking out with the doors opening. I'd be like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah, bro, so crazy, bro. Anyways, bro, let me tell you something real quick.
14-year-old?
Yeah, so you can't say Drake's in the lead right now. The man dropped 3 fucking diss tracks, bro. Like 3.
In like just about 24 hours.
Yeah, and like we know Drake. We know Drake has more, and it's done. He has diss records that are done right now.
But does he actually want to go there?
100%.
I don't know, and because
I'm having mixed signals.
Because here's why. I think we all agree. Around the room, Kendrick is in the lead. This is Kendrick's battle to lose as of right now. Kendrick has made it very clear that he can go more, but obviously both sides are never gonna say like this is it. This is all I got. Obviously, but I think looking at Drake's position. Where do you go from here? Like
That's what you have to. That's what he has to figure out.
Because we talk about like the pedophilia, the like all of that stuff. It's like if Drake, it's a catch-22.
Hey, why do you think he's on vacation? He's trying to figure it out. Shit.
Yeah, but if he's on vacation, he lost.
Yeah.
Right? Because then the clock comes up and academics is always right.
Shit. All right.
Right?
Yeah,
academics is always right. The clock is real now, right?
Hey, Ak, I want you to know he really like you, bro. Like he can't help but say on that he really like you.
This
Bro.
has been the
He really like
Rap
you, like
podcast.
every since after the first pod, ever since I've been on, he's mentioned your name at least once when I'm on.
Okay,
I just want you to know that.
So
he actually likes you.
What's the common denominator in that? Is that you're here and that you love.
Common denominator is episodes
I'm
over.
waiting for both. I'm waiting for both of y'all diss tracks against each other. That's
What you
all
mean?
I'm saying.
Oh, I'm a.
We
I'm
My
got that
man
plan
Chris
already.
looks like he had too many drinks. Man fell down the stairs and then he's over here slurring.
I didn't fall down. No.
Get your words together, man.
He's
Get your
like,
words
and he's over here like this.
together, bro.
Hey, academics, bro. I gotta.
Let's calm the coronas down, Chris. Let's calm the coronas down, Chris.
I got a 7.
He's on number
7
5
p.m. DoorDash diss record ready for you. Don't play with me,
Bro.
I seen them emails. I seen them emails. This motherfucker academics on one of his latest streams. I saw a clip. He pulled up like his email, and it was like nothing but DoorDash. And it was like, this motherfucker really don't leave this seat. Like,
Nah, he don't get up probably.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
I saw that too.
Yeah, bro.
That man probably has someone bring the food in his room too.
Academics don't play with me before you get a 7
That's crazy.
DoorDash.
I'm losing my
Hey,
voice.
listen,
in
if
this
you want to
damn
drop
cast.
one back app, you can call it motherfucking 8 p.m. on stream.
I know that room stank.
Hey, listen, academics.
Technically 7, but
I want the smoke. I'm ready for it.
7 p.m. on Rap Podcast.
Yes.
Hey, but
Rap
Chris,
cave.
you don't know you, bro.
7 a.m. in the cave.
Yeah,
7 a.m. in the
shit.
cave. That'll do it for this episode. I'm Chris Platte with my guys, Chris, Amer, Birdie, Adi.
Hey, look at
Yes, sir.
Listen, let us know in the comments below who you think is up right now. What do you think is the next move? Is Drake responding? What angles has Drake got left? Who's
one more thing before we leave.
Oh,
By the way,
extend the pod.
No, just one more thing. It's not gonna extend it too long. Just one more thing.
But you do want to extend it. That's
No,
crazy.
that Kendrick bar where he said Drake should die. I think that was crazy. Low key. What do you think about that? No, I'm just playing.
All right, I'm getting up. I'm out of here.
It's
I'm
me
out.
twice in my big 3. I had to leave you out. Listen, yo.
Peace, everybody.